Hey y'all, hey. Welcome to Allegedly Wednesdays, where all things said are alleged. Allegedly, honey. Y'all, it's so much going on. I need to take a nap. I can't even keep up no more, y'all. I need to take a nap. Hey, Serena. Hey, Miss Queen Star. Hey, Tanja. How are you doing this evening? Hopefully, where y'all are, the weather is good. Michigan. She like to play with the idea of spring. You'll get up outside and get all excited, and it'll snow, rain, hail, sleet, and snow, and then be nice again all in the same day. Oh, you say you in the D? Oh, okay. It look gray outside for you too. Hey, Terrell Destiny. Hey, Vanny's Best. Hey, Alja. Yes, the weather is bipolar here. I told somebody that the other day. I've had Easters where I've been in snowsuits and moon boots, and I've had Easter when I was in Daisy Dukes. You don't know what Michigan is going to do. Hey, Teddy. Hey, Angie. Hey, Luscious Lovely Lady. Hey, Stephanie. Y'all, I don't even know what to tap into today. It's like when I tell you I really can't keep up with the shenanigans. Hi, Hunter, sweetie. How are you? Hey, Vintage Peristyle Anna. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad I'm looking good, y'all, because I'm running on a couple hours of sleep. It's been an interesting week. Thank you to everybody for the prayers. They were greatly appreciated and they did work. Said, did you see the man arrested in connection with the twin boys in Georgia? No, baby, I haven't seen that at all. I told you I haven't even been able to keep up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You said 1 minute is 76 degrees, the next minute is 40 degrees. Listen, I need spring to make up her mind because I want to break up with DTE, okay? Or at least be, on the lower tier of DTE. It would be so nice. It would be appreciated for all of us in Michigan if we could go ahead and cut our heat off. I've been praying for this day. Hey, it's Trish. Hey, Southpaw Meek. That's an interesting name. Southpaw. You sound like you got some hands. Never seen that one before. Hey, was that Wild Boy One? Looks like Angelo. Hello to you too. Whew. Hey, Cashmere, honey. Hey, Shernan. Y'all. So I was up in the early hours this morning. Hey, Regina. Hey, Kimberly. You said, nah, just rap in the South. Okay. You might be a boxer, honey. I don't know. You said never know. We're top star. Listen. Listen. I was up early this morning, y'all. I had to redo my Lemuel and Natalie reading because I had started on it. And if you're in my membership, you already know I started on it. Um, I had a family emergency. I had to stop. I came back to finish it. And for some reason, it was like the editing process was crazy putting the two together. Usually, I never have a problem with that. So I just went ahead and redid the whole thing. And I'm actually glad I did. Y'all, it's a powder keg over there. And it looks like that reading could probably turn into 6, 7 more. See what you say? Say hello, my beauty. I love your elegance and your smile. Your almond shaped eyes are magnificent, my princess. I love you very much. Oh, okay. You putting it on thick, but I like it. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, Miss Conceited, how are you, babe? God bless you as well, Brian. Oh, that's sweet of you. Very, very kind of you. I appreciate it. Y'all, so I figured I would start off today tapping into the Lemuel and Scotty, um, I want to say allegations about altercations. Y'all, they said that even the pets ain't safe over there with Lemuel. Don't tell me lemon pepper is getting spicy with the pets, y'all. According to the Curb, because that's where this came from. You know, rumor has it from the street. Y'all, he get to feeling some type of way and possibly chokes the dog. What? Say, what is new with Blueface? Absolutely nothing. He the same Blueface, just with a different chick, honey. Still got that 14, $15 million judgment. Still ain't acting right. Still ain't gonna act right. Sound about right. Y'all, who get that mad? Y'all, it's an ankle biter at that. That little dog ain't done nothing to nobody. It's one of those little dogs that, the one, y'all remember when the dogs used to, people used to have the little dogs and they would carry them in purses? It's one of those. You said, when is Tori coming home? I gave y'all a timeline. Certain stuff I'm not going to tap into anymore because there are particular people who watch me, y'all, and they get very, very feisty. They get upset. But soon, they get very upset. Wow, boy, you on one. Okay. Said, did you hear allegedly Ray J stole whack 100 card? No, listen, y'all. When I say I'm out of the loop, I tapped out of everything. Like I had for those of y'all that don't know, I had a family emergency. My mom is under the weather. She's been in the hospital for a few days, but thank God she doesn't have to have surgery. So when I said that the prayers work, thank you for everybody who prayed. She no longer has to have surgery. It's getting better. So thank you, all of you who prayed. Thank you, Miss D. Ray J the stole whack Keisha card. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Sensual Sassy. Thank you, Kimberly. So yeah, that's why I'm tired, y'all. I've been up. Like my mama, that's my heart. So I don't know half of what's going on right now because I tapped out of everything so I could take care of my mom. Ray J gonna stay on one, baby. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Southpaw Me. I definitely appreciate that. Y'all, my mama was up on the phone today, and it's so funny because she wanted to get caught up on everything that's going on. And she was trying to stay up to talk, y'all. And she was falling asleep on me. Like, Mama, just go ahead and take a nap. I was like, no, I'm talking to you. It's like, Mama, I ain't going nowhere. But she's doing a lot better, y'all. They have her on a liquid diet. So I know that liquid diet is not her cup of tea because we like to eat, y'all. Thank you. Oh, may God protect you and bless you as well. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So before I forget, let me start Station Head, y'all. Let me start station head, because y'all know I'll either forget to start it or I get off of here and forget to cut y'all off. And y'all end up walking around the house with me, or the phone will be on the table. Let's get station head going. Oh, thank you, Michaela. You've been with us 4 months. That's what's up. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Allegedly Wednesdays here on Station Head, where everything said is alleged, allegedly. We're going to go ahead and get our evening kicked off. My apologies for those of you on YouTube that can't comment. Come on over here on Station Head where you can comment without, having somebody play with our comment section. My station head is Miss Angel the Oracle. Let me hold it up to the screen. The Miss is MZ. Can y'all see that clearly? Hold on. Can y'all see that clearly? Can one of my mods put my station head name in the chat for me? Because I want to make sure you guys can see it clearly. So I'll spell it out until they put it in the chat. It's MZANGELTHEORACI. There we go. CCLE. There we go. Thank you, Dame Clark. So look down in the comments. There we go. Y'all, there y'all go. Y'all got me together. Anybody that wants to join Station Head, here's my name on the screen. That way you can say what you want to say, and you don't have to worry about your comment not showing up in the feed. It's crazy they still do that, y'all, but at least they're not interrupting our lives anymore, because we used to get booted out, flashing lights. Now that one was like, that was weird. Like, how do you get flashing lights? But can we be lovers? What the hell kind of question is that? You didn't even ask, can we date? Can we get to know each other? People got germs nowadays. What type of... How do you lead with that damn question? Finally back in my chat. Hey, Vic. They tried to keep you out of here. This is one of the people that tried to boot out my chat. What up, though? I thought about calling you today. I said I'm about to head out for work, but I will be tuning in while I'm driving. Oh, driving to Canton. Lord, be careful. Yeah, they better not block your messages no more. That's right. Shout out to DJ Vicious Vic, y'all. Vic, whenever you get some free time, we need you over here on the show on the split screen so everybody can see your face. That way they they can't hold you down. Shout out to HP, the pillar over here. For those of y'all that don't know, HP is Highland Park. Highland Park, Michigan is a city that's actually inside of Detroit. So for everybody that wasn't in my live when we did the breakdown of how we assessed that Tory created the Peterson album, DJ Vicious Vic was the one who came in to help explain the technical process, and he was answering questions down in the chat. So whenever he gets a free moment, we gonna get him on this screen, y'all. Me and Vic go way back. He's an amazing DJ, world-class DJ at that. Said, okay, I will most definitely be checking in soon. I love the show. Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, because, baby, you don't cut corners. So y'all do me a favor. Get over there and tap on Vicious Vic's icon and follow him. Show him some love. If you like real hip hop, you like, you know, the type of DJing with the cut and scratch, the competition DJing, and like the real 5 elements of hip hop, he's your dude. So, y'all, let's get into some shenanigans, okay? Because I want to know, is it even a thing for real, that Lemmy over here choking pets, y'all? Like, we know you ain't got no business choking people, but the pets, Lord have mercy. You said, do he make CDs? Vic does it all, honey. Y'all get over there and follow him. You can actually see, you know, some of the people that he works with. Some of your favorites work with that dude right there. He's amazing. You said you said we really on it early tonight. I know, right? I've been doing that lately, y'all. I'm so proud of me. I have actually been getting up early on purpose, y'all. Can y'all believe that? I've been getting up on purpose. So I think what I want to do, if I can turn this into a routine, I believe I can, but you know, we gonna see. Um, if y'all don't mind, y'all want to start doing the morning lives, like, a quick, like maybe 30-40 minute morning live, because I ain't gonna stay on all day in the morning, because I do personal readings throughout the day. Okay, I see a couple of y'all will actually get up. Okay, okay. Well, maybe we can do like a morning live where we do like a quick 30-40 minutes in the morning. We come on and we recap the news. We do a quick in and out. Okay, I see. Look, all of y'all show offs talking about I'll be up. I don't know how y'all get up early on purpose. But if y'all will get up with me, we can get up and do like, a little morning show. Okay, okay, okay. So I need y'all to pray for the angels of early awakeness so that I can do it consecutively. Because I'm getting good at this. Like the 9 a.m. readings are really picking up. So I am up to get up to do those 9 a.m. readings. So, I can make it a habit now. Thank you, Justice for Us. Yeah, let's get up and start our day like quick 30-40 minutes in the morning. Whew, y'all, goodness gracious. So let's check into Lemon Pepper Stepper and see why he is feeling so spicy lately. Is this really happening? Is this a thing? Station here, what y'all talking about before I go ahead and tap in? Oh, thank you, Coco. Shout out to you. She said, girl, me too. I've been so productive after our reading. Thank you. I'm glad I could help. So I get up early for work and do it at 9 a.m. I have the kids up already is a part of the job. Okay. Okay, y'all, listen. We gonna get up. I ain't doing it this week, though. I'm sleeping in tomorrow. No. Hopefully I get up in enough time to get my nails done, y'all. Because I don't know. I need to catch up on some sleep. But, who? Lemon Pepper Stepper. Why you so spicy as of lately? Why is Lemon Pepper so spicy as of lately? Is he over here hurting the animals? We gonna get back to everybody else. Because hurting dogs in America can get you almost put in jail for life. You cannot hurt dogs in America. They might understand people a little bit more, but not dogs, not little cute dogs. For those of y'all who haven't seen that reading that I put up this morning for Lemmy and Natalie, I did see legal problems looming, and I talked about that this morning. And this would possibly be a legal problem, okay? Justice is the first card out. Lord. Yeah. And see, he's going to have to be careful because it's like, you know, with them traveling abroad, going back and forth, they could actually, you know, be on the brink of getting in trouble for international incidents. And it's not far-fetched because let's remember when they went to the UK. Remember the London trip where the baddies had the boxing match and all of the foolishness that came out of that boxing match. You know, Tommy, enough said. Jonathan, you know, Jonathan doing Jonathan all across, I guess, the backstage and outside. Y'all, that could have led to some real deep stuff. I was just, I was shocked that Tommy was sitting up there, you know, snitching on the pill and powder man, talking about who, you know, that certain people who was performing that night, special person. And it's like, wait a minute now, Tommy. I know you haven't gotten that inebriated that you snitching on the powder man in a whole nother country and you still got to get home. I don't want that drink. Yeah. 10 of Cups. Y'all, something's going to come out about Lemmy and his family from the past. They are about to face some heavy scrutiny. What did you say? Show you something. Honey, this is the wrong type of channel for that. You need to go to one of those adult sites. Yeah. Expect some public embarrassment, shame. Oh, Lord, Mr. Ass. And you, Lord, I don't know if it feel right with you calling me auntie. I'm doing good. How are you? Oh my gosh. Yeah, expect some public humiliation, y'all. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles represents a financially astute woman or a wife. Y'all, Lemmy stuff is messy all the way around. Lemon pepper seasoning might tell him to stop using their name. You said better now that I see your face. Oh, thank you. It's about time because the way he did the original creator is crazy. I don't want to say too much from the reading from this morning. I would just tell y'all to watch it because that popped up in that reading. But expect everybody's business to get dragged out. And I mean ugly family secrets. This is about to get nasty. And it's about to get nasty in a very, very, very vile way. I mean, this is already a show where you need to be, you know, some type of degenerate to be good on the show. But, oh, it seems like this is going to be an ongoing thing where more and more and more information is going to keep coming out. And it's just not going to be a good look for Lemmy and his family. You said, but what is this? So I haven't had a chance to watch that reading yet. But I love what you're saying because of how they played with so many people. Um, it really feels like the beginning of the end. And it could come from either side. It could come from Natalie or it could come from Lemmy. But if it comes from Lemmy, it automatically affects Natalie because Natalie would have to take the show to another app or create on her, create her own network. But Natalie is not going to be able to play the victim and kind of peep pop and back up out of this because there's no way that she can say that she's not privy to a lot of this information. So, she was better off playing the damsel in distress um, with that truck situation where she was saying that he was holding her hostage and she couldn't leave. She messed up when she put that video out of him buying her those handbags because anything that happens from now, that means she's complicit. So for some people, it's like, oh, she a boss. Look how she, was twisting his arm to get him to do what she wanted, him to do. But if there happens to be any investigations, it ain't gonna look good for her either. Said the traffic situation come about with Natalie. Oh, that's an interesting question. Oh, hello, Caleb. Whew. That's why I said she's not gonna be able to step away from this. If the light that I saw gets shined on them and too much dirt starts to come out, it definitely can lead to a Diddy style investigation that she cannot escape. You say you just out here looking for the Lord. Where you getting off into? I'm at work, honey. Thank you for pulling up to my job. Yeah, this is 20, let's just say 2025. When I told y'all this year is all gas, no brakes, this is a part of what I mean. So I want y'all to think back because I'm not even a person that watches baddies like that. If it's not for what could come up on YouTube, I wouldn't see it. But I want y'all to go back to Krishan when she talked about the incident between Lemmy and Diddy. And she said that Diddy pretty much kind of like snatched Lemmy up and kept saying all she needed was love. That's going to be very important. Also, Krishan let us know then that there was a second house. And you had to cut through the backyard to go into the yard of the other house. We found out that that was true when King Combs put out that atrocious diss track, and he let us know that they raided one house, but they moved things to the other house, which I thought that was absolutely crazy that he said that out loud. I said, did you hear Lil Baby's possibly facing Fed charges? I kind of tapped into that on that reading that I did for him. And if you're in my membership, I have a reading from the vault that talks about the downfall of Black Hollywood. And I predicted, I want to say either back in 2020 or 2021, because that video is old. I predicted that there was going to be a crackdown in Atlanta, which was going to come from law enforcement, and they were going to create some type of new way of legislation that was going to run entertainment out of Atlanta. And what we're seeing right now is like a result of that. So if you're in my membership and you haven't watched that yet, we're looking at all of that going on right now. He said, scratch you. You don't pay for these. Yes, baby. It's a lot of arguing going on back there with them. And let me, Yeah, this look like he got money problems. Like his money is not flowing in the way that people think that it is. So that right there in itself sounds crazy because he buys people a lot of expensive high-end gifts, gets the girls the handbags, and a couple of them get cars. A couple of the guys have gotten cars out of Lemmy. So to see this, it's like, how in the world did you end up here where your money is slowing down like this? But remember, I said, y'all, this is the year that Lemuel will be facing, legal issues. And he may have been averting a lot of those legal issues over time, but it seems like some of those cases are actually going to stick this year. Hi, Elizabeth. Spaghetti, if you don't like my nails, you definitely can tip and get them done. I usually spend about $280 to $400. Please and thank you. Absolutely hilarious. What, you must not have been around here for too long, baby. I always have bust down nails. What you talking about? Oh, Justice for Us, I was just having fun with them. I wanted to see what the next silly comment was going to be. Talk about what in the Temu nails are these. You can't even afford what I would get on Temu, let alone my regular nails. Alicia said, please don't have Angel read you the film. I'm just saying. Like, come on now. Stop it. Would you say not choking a dog, baby? That's what they said he did. Oh, thank you, honey love. see, see, that's why I told you I don't know about you calling me auntie. I'm not reading that out loud. Ooh, goodness, y'all. I just looked into this camera and I looked just like my grandma. It was wild. Ooh. Oh, you say you not auntie, you're wifey? Oh, okay. If I'm wifey, take care of me like I'm wifey then. What type of night are we having? Oh man. Not Ja Rule. I had to come and see the nails. You know what's funny? You trolling me with Ja Rule's name, but he's run across me and he has seen the nails. So you got judgment here. Y'all, this is not good. Lemmy's reading starts off with justice, and the end of this row is judgment. Y'all, if y'all want to hear the story about how I end up meeting him, and hold on, I'm seeing the man's, I'm seeing his face. What is his name? The one that just passed away from Murder Inc. Irv Gotti. If y'all want to hear that story, remind me somewhere down in the chat. Yeah, this man's, thank you, Irv. Yep, Irv Gotti, because his brother's name is Chris. Irv actually was cool people with me. But justice to judgment, y'all, let me better hope that he ain't sitting over there with the diddler. I promise you. He better hope he'll end up sitting with the diddler before this year is out. Because justice to judgment, sir, you're on your way. If it's not actual jail, it's spiritual jail. And it's like, y'all, he's going to have problems with his money because some of these judgments are going to come through. You see, I've shuffled again, and here it is, the money problem at the bottom of the deck again. I'm not reading that out loud either. Y'all be in my chat doing a lot. Ah, someone with taste, that is, listen, the jokes write themselves with that comment. I'm a, I'm gonna be a lady. Yeah, unrequited offer coming after judgment. Y'all, this man could end up, he could end up facing some judgments where he got to pay those investors back, the ones that he doesn't claim that he works with, or, claim when it comes to who actually owns the company. Whew, goodness gracious. Come on, Miss LaDon, you better tell him. You better tell him. This an all out type of year. You all in or you all out. Yes, 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 yes. Seven of Swords, six of Pentacles. Y'all, they're about to start digging into Lemmy's money. They want to see where his money is actually coming from, how he makes his money. And remember, I said he's facing judgments right now because they're saying that people are paying taxes on the money that they invested into this company, but they're not receiving any of the dividends. So this looks like forensic accounting is going to happen because they want to know what's going on with this money. Because Seven of Swords is the overlay for the underplay. That means something is happening with this money that is not um, what's expected or not what people think. Said Lemmy can't put his hands on them girls like he want to. Well, some of them, I mean, listen, he shouldn't be putting his hands on none of them. That's point blank in the period. But some of those girls can take punches like men. And Lemmy is about 85 pounds, dripping wet, standing with cement boots on in the middle of the ocean. He don't want to get into it with the wrong girls. I knew what nobody gonna fight those Team Eastside girls from the Baddies Midwest. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. 7 Mile Red Zone? What? It'll be the last year Zeus is a network. This man got some serious, serious legal problems and possible judgments coming at him this year and next year. Alrighty, I guess I can get on over there to Scotty since we were supposed to be asking about the dog, but it's this is huge, y'all. This is a lot. There's a lot that's gonna hit the table when it comes to him, his family, um, the opportunities that they have coming in, or how the network actually got started. And I wouldn't be surprised if his wife joined in with the fun because him and his wife broke up, and she, from what it's looking like, it's like she feels publicly humiliated. Um, don't be surprised if she starts speaking up soon too. Let me see something. Said, what does Lemmy's pastor daddy think of his son precarious business situation? Oh, that put a different spin on it because I didn't know his father was a pastor, but I'm not surprised because PK children and teachers' kids, Lord. If you know, you know. You say he's never seeing daylight. right now he's not facing any cases, but I do see he has some legal problems looming in the future. And I don't think he's taking this as serious as he should. Like, he's, the way that he spends money and the way that he, is investing into, the people who help to make the network more popular, it's causing red flags because of what these people are saying about them paying taxes on the money that they invested into his network and they're not receiving any money. Y'all got to think about, if these people's judgment goes through, it's not just going to be for what they're owed, it's going to be for incurred interest, punitive damages, and whatever the percentages are off of the network for the duration of that app. So that can take a huge chunk of his money off top. Oh, you said I meant Diddy, he's finished. I told y'all a while ago Diddy was finished. But hey, it had to play out. Say, yeah, he's something else. They aren't married. Oh wow. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate you. Y'all, it's so many smoke and mirrors around these people. It's crazy. But he's, now I want y'all to pay attention to this family card. Because I mean, if you think about him and Scotty, this will represent their family. If they were to have one. So let me tap into her energy. I'm outdone. It's like y'all ain't even married. Like, I mean, I know reality TV ain't real, but it's usually not supposed to be the people who own, operate, or run the network that are the biggest frauds of the network publicly. You're supposed to find out that they were fraudulent behind the scenes, not publicly. Just wow. Show me Scotty. What's popping with Scotty? Miss Scotland. Okay. So I'm about to ask, why does she stay? Scotty, baby, I need you to care about yourself more than this. This is not the only way to get money and be successful. This is not the only way your opportunities need to come in. Because this is the 3 of Wands that's already on the table. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune falling under it. So it's almost like she feels like if she leaves him, she's going to leave behind everything. And she's, going to go back to poverty. Baby, all I can tell you is God bless a child that got his own. Get it out the mud. Hey, Mr. LL is living. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Wonderful. Said, I have a question. Said, you don't have to answer right now. Why won't Diddy give up the organization? At the end of the day, they always have to protect the order. Okay? He knows it's over for him. And if he says the wrong thing about the wrong things, we can just say that the wrong things could possibly happen to his family. And he would never get out. Said baddies went from getting the bag to getting the bras and draws. I beat off of them. Baby. Who? I don't even, like I said, I don't watch baddies, y'all. But the fact that everybody is saying that Anna Mac got the best of Natalie, I would absolutely love to see it. Because neither one of them are the best of fighters. So I don't expect, form. I don't expect, punches with snap on them. I don't expect no real hood get down and snatch somebody out their shirt type fight. You know how it is, especially with Natalie. Like somebody get into it with Natalie, it's gonna last 3.5 seconds because she's gonna make sure security don't let you touch her. But y'all, I got a feeling security is not gonna be so quick to stand in front of Natalie this season over there in Africa. Because what I see is she gonna have to run it up. They gonna take her back to the old school Bad Girls Club, and I hope she got the stamina. Because you did say that you would put 50K on somebody's head if they would instead do your dirty work for Anna instead of helping Anna jump you. So just say that out loud. Baby, that's a case. That show right there, you ain't never been street. A street person would have never said that out loud on camera for the whole world to play it back 100 times. Now, if you say that, and let's say, y'all, let's say you put that 50 up in the air and somebody run out here to your rescue. And y'all both get beat up. You still obligated to pay that 50 because you said it. And they can take you to court for it. Because here's the thing. You pay people to come on the show and fight. So do you want a case for putting money on somebody's head? Or do you want to pay that money whether you get beat up or not? Said, I can't believe Pretty V wants to be a part of Baddies. I don't know why, but I feel like that's beneath her. I think she could do better too. Hey, Millie the Mystic, how are you, beautiful? Said, hopefully that chin on Natalie will come in handy. I couldn't even finish the comment. Oh, Jesus Christ. I couldn't even finish the comment. Y'all, damn. Okay, let me come back. Show me Scotty. That might be the comment of the evening. Oh, God. I got cards flying on the table. Oh, God. Y'all, the spirit guys is acting a clown. Wait a minute. So remember when I said, what if she put that money up and it don't really help her much because she could still end up, catching a couple of them? Oh, God. 10 of Wands. Burden too heavy to carry if you can't come up with that money. So you better make sure you produce that 50K. Because if you slow to pay, they going to be quick to put them hands and feet on your ass. Baby, you better have that money ready. That money better be on go just like the person who ready to get it. Because if you ain't ready to pay, ooh-wee, they gonna put you between the washer, the dryer, the windows, and the wall. Now, I already said this is the season you gonna have to run it up. Don't let this be the reason. Don't let those girls catch you over there in Africa and beat you like a drum until your ancestors answer the call. That's right. Said, bitch, better have my money. Hold on, let me take it back. Vic, I see you in here. You come on now. Let me take it back. AMG. The original bitch better have my money. Whoo! What? Don't be slow to pay. Because you got to make it home. Lord, have mercy. That's all I got to say. Don't be slow to pay. Lord have mercy. Yeah, Hierophant. Now, y'all know Hierophant can represent the industry or upper level law enforcement. So remember, we just talked about marriage, if they're married or not. A lot of this is going to go under scrutiny. And if it's true that they are not married, that is the smartest thing that this woman could have done, because whatever Lemmy got going on, honey, she don't need no parts of this. And he better hope for everything that he put her through that she ain't happy, willing, able, and ready to testify. Shout out to Sounds of Blackness. Said, wait, Ming is supposed to be joining Baddies, please no. Yes, not Baddies. I don't think she's going to do Baddies Africa. She's doing the other Baddies show. But yes, she will be on Baddies. I doubt if they let anybody pinch her, because Lord knows if they let that girl get windmill down, I don't care how Nikki don't talk to her sister, the Zeus network will be pushed off a cliff. Said Natalie gonna be singing, as soon as I get home, I'll make it up to you. Baby, she ain't gonna get to. They gonna treat her like a pinata. Yep, says she's on Baddies Gone Wild. Just the name of that sounds wrong, because I mean Baddies is already Baddies. Like Baddies Gone Wild. Ugh. Said Angel, can you do a reading on Ming, Nikki's little sister? I can do a tap in on how this is gonna work for her with Baddies. I will say this though, she put out some new music, and her music is getting better. She's finding her sound. Her music is getting better. She's putting out videos, so I do give her that. Said she was crying on Twitter yesterday. Oh, Lord, what? I just missed everything this week. Said, child, why, that's horrible. I guess these girls nowadays think that they got to go on these social media type shows like Baddies to get their press up. I want to see somebody do a reality show with everybody on the show is on their grind. Like, let me see that. Let me see y'all actually building y'all brand and getting to the money. I'm tired of watching y'all knock each other's noodles out. She says she's happy she has a new place, but she feels lonely. Oh, poor baby. Well, see, that's the problem. People think that money fixes everything. It doesn't. If you're depressed and you're sad and you get money, money cannot fix that. You have to work on yourself internally to be happy. I don't care how much money you get. Misery is still misery. Said, is that really what she has to stoop so low to do? I ain't gonna say that's what she has to do. That's probably what she thinks she needs to do. Nobody has to do anything. Let me switch the deck, y'all, so I can go ahead and tap into Ming, because y'all, Scotty is over here hiding anyway. She don't want us to know how she really feeling, because it's like she love the dough and she gonna do what she got to do to get to the money. So when people feel like that, it ain't much you can do with them. I don't want to get knocked around for no money. I'm a hustler. I get up and go get mine. Besides, you hit me the wrong way, we both going to jail, because you ain't got no business touching me, period. And I ain't taking one without giving 5 back. That's something I do not do. I don't do domestic on either side. Keep your hands to yourself, women and men. He said, I love your chair. Thank you, honey. I put some work into this chair. It's about time for me to invest in a new one. but I'm glad you like it. Let's tap into Ming's energy. Let's see how her going on Baddies. What did you say? Baddies Gone Wild. Let's see how it's gonna work for her. Let me see what you said. Said it sure doesn't. You can still be sad and depressed with all the money in the world. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Y'all be surprised the entertainers I've been around that suffer from that, and it's hard to deal with them because if especially if they got a substance problem, they get to drinking or they get to doing what they do, and all of that energy starts coming out. It's hard. It's really hard. Said that's what I was tired of seeing them do, all that wilding out and not getting paid off of it. At least if you're going to be to put yourself all out there like that, get the big bag. I'm just saying, because all them shots to the head, you don't know how you gonna mess around and have a traumatic brain injury, and then next thing you know, you 40 plus and can't get a job because every time you blink, you feel like somebody changed your channel. Mm-mm. You gonna get hit for a living. You need to be like what's her name, Clarissa Shields. Said, "Oh, Angel, did you catch Carrie Hilson's Breakfast Club interview?" No, but if you're talking about the information with the song with Beyonce, it's kind of funny that they're pushing that now because, y'all, that information was out a very long time ago. Esther Dean had admitted to writing that song years ago. Paolo the Don was said to be the one that encouraged her to sing the song. So I find it kind of interesting that they're trying to make this seem like this is new tea. But if used to read the hip hop magazines back in the late 90s to, the 2000s when they were popular, this was in the magazines. You said, go ahead and take a few punches from Clarissa Shields. Listen, those gonna be some expensive punches. I don't say that you need to take a lot of them because Clarissa got hands. Take a good 4 or 5 of them and fall your ass down and let the match be over. Take your part of the purse and keep going. Did you see the woman suing the soldier for 73 million? No. Yeah, I promise y'all I've been out of the loop this week. I promise you I have. Said I still remember when it was originally leaked. Yes. So let's tap into Ming, y'all. Let's tap into Ming. Who knew we was gonna start this off with baddies? I don't watch any of the baddies. Hold on, let me adjust my back pillow, everybody. Whew. Okay. Alrighty, show me the energy around Ming and baddies. Oh Lord, I don't like this. I don't like this already. No, Lord. Mm. You got the 9 of Wands to the world. Y'all, that's the wounded warrior and a cycle coming to an end. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so she definitely went in this for the money, and it looked like somebody gonna test her gangster. She gonna have to put in some work for this money, and it looks like she may not stay on this show too long, and I hope she doesn't. Okay, I really hope she doesn't, because this is terrible to be the opening energy. 9 of Wands to the world. Oh God. Okay, let's keep going. Look like everybody on baddies this year gonna earn their keep. Lemmy, you might as well go ahead and fight too. Not the women though, because we don't hear about you touching men. Go find Ray J. He always available for the shenanigans. Okay, so she's gonna have some of her tea spilt pretty soon. Ace of Swords, independent woman. She may have already broke up with the Tommy guy. If she hasn't, that could be coming next. So the Ming is with, yeah, botched ex-boyfriend. Yeah. Yes, this year people gonna earn their keep. I guess they gonna treat the baddies like this like this is Sparta, okay? Ain't nobody gonna be able to just sit off to the side like the people who get their peach and just, give a little shady comment, a little cute rebuttal. This is not the year for that. You got to get in the paint this year. You said how many years have I been on? I've only been on YouTube. I want to say like it's around a little over 2 years now. Said Didi, did he need to check lemon pepper again? they could be they could be sellies because it looked like lemon pepper is working on being on his way, baby. Ooh, ooh. Said maybe that's what she was talking about in the live because she was saying something about people that she loved not being in her life anymore or something like that. Oh, po pudding. Yeah, this is looking like they may not last long, if it's not already over. But that's actually not a bad thing, y'all. I mean, at least she didn't find out after having a baby and having to figure out if she's still going to be able to have her career. Sometimes you got to thank the people that leave and make sure you double lock the door behind them. Oh, yeah. Eight of Cups. Nine of Pentacles, the bottom of the deck. The independent woman, and yeah, they may have broken up because that looks like a couple that broke up. Let me see what y'all talking about over here on Station Head. Good evening to you as well. Oh, baby, you're not really late. We actually got started early today. I usually do commentary for a little while longer. Show me more about what's going on around me. So, look like he may have already been cheating on her, juggling her, playing in her face. And once again, that's another card of leaving a toxic, chaotic situation. I just hope that it's not pregnant, y'all, because both of these cards have small babies. And that would be so terrible for her to be on baddies and find out she's pregnant on baddies. I hope that I'm getting that wrong. Oh, you said I meant what time you come on today? I'm always on at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. Hey, Bostress. How are you? Tapping in from Elm Town. Y'all, this is kind of weird because I definitely get that he was playing in her head because she's young. She thought that, she possibly could have been, in a position to become wifey. And this is a person that comes off very, very defensive. So why is he coming off defensive? What's going on here? Let's see. What are we? Said she got his name tatted right above her eyebrow. Well, she can afford good concealer. Says she said that she has sickle cell as well. Oh no. Being on baddie should have been a no-go for her. Especially with sickle cell because you don't know when your body is going to be forced into an episode and anything stressful could cause it. Um, wow. Sickle cell is really hard to deal with. Said they was exposing him. Oh Lord, they was exposing him for being bi and on we'll say substances. Oh, okay. Oh, oh wow. Said I have sickle cell and I know firsthand how it is. Well, baby, I pray for your healing every day. I don't know what it's like to have it, but I do have cousins that have the trait. And even with them having the trait, it does affect them. So I can't imagine, what it's like for someone who actually has, you know, sickle cell. They allegedly Cashmere, her and Cardi's possible alleged ex-boo. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Poor Puddin', she really loved him, but it's like she had to cut this loose. She had to let it go. Y'all, now look at the theme here we keep seeing in these cards. Okay, hold on. Eight of Cups. Y'all see that? Small baby. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see this, but pay attention to these couples that are on these, like, what do you call them? Like patios, the porches. Both of these couples have small babies. Infant, look like a toddler. Truth card, small child. Emperor, the father of the deck, small child. So if they don't have a child together, she's not pregnant. He could have gotten somebody else pregnant, possibly, allegedly. You said her apartment looked like that card? Oh, wow. I've never seen it, so interesting. Yeah, she faced a lot of judgment for even going into this commitment. So I definitely feel bad for her because it's like she went to bat for this. Like, this is my man, my man, my man, my man. And, how do you come forward and say, this ain't my man? And I don't know if those accusations are true, but that's a hell of a pill to swallow if, that's what it is. I feel like she's better off without him. Because, I mean, even if there's not a child involved, she's very childlike next to him. So he controlled a lot of the narrative because she's just, she's still young. She's still learning herself. She doesn't know who she is. So it's like she's looking for validation through him. And then you got to also remember, you know, um, the relationship with, her and Nikki's father could have been a little toxic and rocky throughout the years, right? Like a father figure. So if you look at this, even with, him and her, this would be her and this would be the father figure. And it's like he could have possibly taken advantage of the fact that, she has daddy issues. Mm. Y'all notice something? I may be speaking too soon and I don't want to speak them into existence, but it's way less bots in here today. Is somebody running out of money? I can actually keep up with the comments and everything. It's real people in here. I know I'm not the only one noticed that. Yeah, station head is on. Okay, I knew I wasn't the only one noticed. Like, wait a minute now. Somebody done ran out of funds. It's just us now, y'all. Say, yes, it's been a whole lot quieter and peaceful without them. Yes. Oh, goodness. It does feel like membership. It's really real people. I feel blessed right now. You said, and you're clear. Y'all, somebody ran out of money. I don't know why that just hit me. Like, I don't really see people talking about. I can't comment on YouTube because usually people will come over to station here when they can't comment. Not broken. Oh my God. Ooh, thought I was tripping for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. I actually can look up and look down, and it's very sparse with the bots. But yeah, it's like, she's trying to follow her intuition to opportunities, y'all. Would you say start to cutting costs? Oh, crystal clear and bots free in rare form. Oh my gosh. What's to come for Ming? I mean, because she's still young. She's got a lot of learning to do, a lot of maturing. Because, being legally grown is not the same as being mentally grown. So it's like she's gonna do some things, but it's like at this point she's got to figure out who she is. So there's a lot of babies in the cars. Yeah, yeah. And see, that would really not be the best thing for her. Um, she would really have to be up to par with her health. It's very hard for a woman with sickle cell to have children if they're not in the best condition that they can be in. Pregnancy is extremely difficult on a woman's body. So to think about somebody having sickle cell and, going through it, that already is physically taxing. I mean, T-Boss had her baby, and I'm actually proud of her because she's outlived the life expectancy that they gave her years ago. They told T-Boss she was never going to be able to have children, and she, had her daughter. But it is very, very hard for women with sickle cell to have babies. It's just a lot of stress on the body. Said very true. I had a miscarriage before, and it was horrible. My prayers are with you, sweetheart, because that's definitely not easy to deal with. Said me too, T-Boz, and said one and done. I mean, it was a blessing she was able to have that one because, she could have lost her life carrying that baby. Or, unfortunately, the stress from childbirth and recuperating, it could have made it really, really hard for her to recover, and she could have passed away early because they didn't expect T-Boz to make it into her 30s. I want to say T-Boz is like, she's in her 50s now. So she definitely outlived every measure that they had for her life. So I'm excited that she got to see her daughter into adulthood, and she possibly could, be a grandmother. So she's lived a long time with sickle cell. You said you love to have one and be done. You said the weather right now has my body up and down. I could just imagine. So yes, it was. I remember how she used to tell the stories of being in agony on the road in a tour bus. God is great. Yeah, absolutely. Um, that's kind of how she found out she was pregnant. If y'all remember the story, like when they were on tour and she was having a episode, and they had to get her to the hospital, and a lot of that traveling was very hard on her body. So remember that with Ming, because Baddies does a lot of traveling on those buses. Traveling on buses is uncomfortable for healthy people. So just imagine someone that has sickle cell having to sit for very long hours on a bus, and your body is just not able to handle that stress. And then you got to fight for your life every time the camera is on. Lex, you're absolutely right. This was something that she should have never did just for health purposes. Yeah, said I couldn't imagine it. Poor baby, she feels so betrayed. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but I'm gonna hold this closer to the camera. These are comments. This person is on their laptop on the internet, and they're reading all these comments, and they feel betrayed. So it's like she doesn't want to come forward and talk about what's actually going on, because it's like, that unilateral "I told you so." So you're not even supposed to fly having sickle cell. Yeah, that decompression in the chamber is very hard on the body. Said I can never understand why Batty was on tour and why they didn't stay in one house. I don't understand why they always on a bus when they could. Y'all got enough money with this network at this point to get y'all some kind of plane to fly from place to place. Because if you want me to be up bright and early fighting in the morning, I'm not riding on the bus all my live long days. That that's a fight in itself. Said, yep, she got sickle cell, clubbing, drinking, and all. Yeah, she's gonna have to start taking better care of herself, because when she gets sick, she's gonna really need medical assistance for sure. I knew somebody who was like that had diabetes, and you couldn't tell them anything, and they would go off into diabetic comas. Hey, Kingly, because that drinking with diabetes, you could end up not waking up. We're on Nikki's little sister Ming, and the energy around her being on Baddies. Yeah. So here it is. You got the full card. And as you can see, this person is running through the airport like I might miss my opportunity. So it's like she felt like she had to do this allegedly, so that she can have her independence and do things herself. You said that dehydration from drinking automatically go into having sickle cell crisis. Oh gosh. No, thank you. Said, oh, she shouldn't be drinking because she's 19 or something. OMG. Not just because she's 19, baby. She got sickle cell. You got sickle cell. It's a lot of stuff you can't be out here doing. You gotta eat properly. You have to make sure you drink plenty of water. You got to make sure that you got your electrolytes. Because I mean, just regular muscle spasms and cramps, I can't imagine how much worse that is with sickle cell. Yeah. So, you know, poor Puddin'. It's like she thought that they were gonna get married, y'all. She really saw that for them, and it just became very toxic and chaotic. And eventually, it's like, you know, you gotta make a decision. You gotta choose what's healthiest and what's best for you. He said, "I'm so worried about her." Wow. Yeah, this was. I know she's thinking that this is a good decision for her business wise. No, not at all. She would have been better going on Love and Hip Hop than going on Baddies. And if y'all know how these people get paid, they don't really make the money y'all think they make. Television, depending on what you're doing, don't make a lot of money. You can be a very popular poor person. It takes especially people of color. It takes a while for people of color to be able to be paid decent, let alone comparable wages. Yeah, I I feel for her. I think this relationship with her and him, like she really thought that they were gonna make it, but she's been going through a lot behind the scenes. And I don't know if y'all seen the video of her and I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't know the other young lady's name. It's a young white girl. I want to say she's got like reddish hair. Like it's a cute song they did. But funny enough, seeing this card reminds me of her and that girl on the video. And they did this cute rendition of like The Boy Is Mine, but an updated version. And it actually fit the both of them. Said exactly, Ming would have been better on Love and Hip Hop. I think she would have been way better on Love and Hip Hop. Said in college, I had my fair share of partying and drinking, but I always made sure that I had some water with me, and my best friend roommate always had my back too, but I knew my limits. Let's see. Yeah, Justice. So here it is. It's like Justice to the Death card. She's trying to figure out what she needs to do to bring balance to her life. But like I said, y'all, she's young. She's trying to figure things out. She's trying to figure out who she is. She doesn't know who she is yet as a person, let alone as a woman. You know, she's still a baby. Like a lot of people are forgetting that she's young. You know, she's really young. And you know, 19, 20, 21, a lot of folks, you know, you can't tell them nothing. You know, most of us, that age, we thought we knew something too. Says Safari could have brought her on, but I don't think he wanted to piss Nikki off. That's a good point. So, because she got mad when Ming spoke on how Safari looked out for her and helped her. She might have been better off over there with Safari because Safari would have made sure that she wasn't mistreated the way she might have to be on, you know, Bad Girls or Baddies, whatever they call it. Thank you, Jonathan. Good evening to you as well. But with her health ailment, oh excuse me, y'all. With her health ailment, I want to know what is Baddies gonna do to protect her because she can't get hit like everybody else. And it's not about her being from the block, like physically. She can't get hit like everybody else. Like she gets into the wrong type of altercation and it could really turn into a terrible episode for her. King of Wands, Ace of Wands. Yeah, baby boy get around. He got a lot of play in him. What is this? Hold on, it's a third one in here I didn't see. Yeah, Five of Cups. He was embarrassing her, y'all. He was out here doing all types of stuff. This is community D times 10. Okay. King of Wands, Ace of Wands, Five of Cups. Yeah, that ain't nothing to write home about. You don't even want to tell nobody you know this person. Says security better run fast. That's all I know. Said one wrong hit and she can go into having a really bad sickle cell crisis. Yeah, that's why I said she can't fight like these other girls. So they're gonna have to find some other way to feature her on this show. Really, to be honest, she should have never been on this show. But you know, this the namesake of having her on there, they're gonna do it anyway. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I got a new troll. I probably shouldn't have read that, but that was actually funny. Would you say I like to put on Brian McKnight and clap my own cheeks? Well, I hope you're good at it. what, what possessed you to even put that in my chat? Said she was still said she still got them braces. That would have kept my ass on the bitch besides the sickle cell. Baby getting punched in the mouth with braces is terrible. Take forever for the inside of your mouth to heal. Oh God. Yeah, that comment threw me off, but it was funny. So I guess it's worth it if it's not harmful and it's still funny. Well, at least you're the only one still listening to Brian McKnight because he got people returning his free tickets. oh, oh, thank you, sir, because you find I wanted to hear you laugh. Mission accomplished. I hope you're good to yourself. I give you permission to smoke a cigarette afterwards. Oh, God. Whew. Said, I know Nikki hates that somebody close to her is getting tied into the show because you already know they are going to overly use Nikki's name when it comes to her sister. I think Nikki is smart enough to put paperwork on them so that they can't mention her. But the thing is, the aesthetic. They look a lot alike. So the fact that she looks so much like her big sister, that's enough for them to run it into the ground anyway. You can't look at Ming without seeing Nikki. Said, is Cowboy Carter's tour still on? Yes and no at the same damn time. Said, I think the show has already been filmed, but just hasn't been premiered yet. Possibly. That makes sense because shows are usually filmed far in advance. At least shows with budgets are. Right, so people are still going to attach her. Yeah, and it definitely depends on how she styles herself and how she wears her makeup as well. I'm going to pray for this baby because I do not want to see her crash out or really have, serious health crisis because she ain't got no business on a show like that. So hopefully they protected her as best as possible, or they are protecting her as best as they possibly can because she has no business being ragtagged. Said, yeah, because she did an interview with a podcast in Miami and every question was centered around Nikki. But see, she got to stop that. She goes on those podcasts, she does interviews, she needs to let them know via her management that she will not be answering any questions about her sister. Anything that they need to ask her about needs to be about her projects, and anything that she is doing. You didn't ask your sister to help with your career. Don't make your interviews about your sister. Stop letting these people pimp you over your sister. So who else y'all want me to tap in on now that we've made it through the baddies foolishness? I said, but she isn't. That's her claim to fame. I will say this: her music is getting better. She's finding her sound. I didn't see it for her at first. It was kind of touch and go. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Um, but I do think that she's finding her sound. She's finding her niche. So it's getting better as far as her taking her talent serious or taking her career serious, but she needs to take it in another direction. Being on shows like Baddies, I hope this is the only season that she did. Okay, Luke, see you next time. You said because that's all people want is a sound bite on Nikki. Well, that like I said, she has to set the tone. If you call me to do an interview, do not call me to do an interview to talk about everybody but me. What is the purpose of me being here if the focal point of the interview is not about me? She on a whole show that's about to come out. Make them talk to you about the show. So even though she says she isn't trying to use Nikki or asking for anything, she low key is, but that's just me. Well, I see it 50-50. Because she's so young and she has no idea how this business works, she doesn't understand that if she doesn't stand on what her brand is, she won't have one. And if she keeps doing interviews where they keep asking about her sister, eventually the ones that have serious interviews, they're not going to book her. She shouldn't be booking any interview without sending them her terms and conditions for what she will and will not talk about, and then stand on it. And if they ask you about your sister, interview is over. Your sister has publicly asked if you would stop speaking on her, so just respect it. Because I don't think it's because she don't want you to mention her name, because we all know you're a sister. She just doesn't want you to be in her shadow. If you want to have a career, jump off the porch. Don't stand behind me or stand behind my name, my likeness, and my image. Get out there and get it done. He said Jay-Z and the college student situation. Yes, we definitely can tap into that because according to those students, he said that they would be their tuition free, and they said that is a bald head ass lie, sir. We are all drowning in student debt. I said I definitely get that, Angel, but sadly I don't think she gets that yet. Yeah, that's why I said you got to give her a little grace. She's young. She's not just young in age. She's immature. She got a lot of growing up to do. So she's not in the generation of artist development. Like when I worked behind the scenes, artist development was key. You were taught how to interview. You were taught how to not answer certain questions. You were taught about your stage presence. You were taught about how to project your voice, how to enunciate properly. You were taught about how to use your inflections. You were taught about how to, go to certain events and how to blend in the salad fork, the soup spoon, all the proper placements on the table. None of that is happening anymore, and that's why we have so many fly by night semi sensations. I can't even call them one hit wonders because they don't even make it to being wonderful. So how does little Kim feel about being 4 on the list? um well, I don't even think that that's really anything to laugh about when you look at all the when you look at all the female rappers over the years. To still be in the top 5 is highly commendable because she's being compared to girls that were influenced by her, whether they know it or not. So for Kim to be where she is now in her career, compared to how big she was in the 90s and the 2000s. That's still saying a lot, y'all. Like, I come from Kim's era. I know how big Kim was. Kim was global with no internet. Kim was on everybody's magazine. Kim was all of the fashion houses, Dow Baby. They all loved her. She was one of the first girls to get a MAC campaign. Like, Kim was doing it big. So let's not underrate Kim. Let's not, try to shit on her accomplishments, because a lot of these girls wouldn't be fashionable and they wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for Kim's influence, especially from the first album. And a lot of Kim's stuff became critically acclaimed. Right. Said four is good, to be honest. Right. Said I agree. She is after Nicki. I would have assumed that she wouldn't like that. I felt that she should have been 3. I get that. I mean, whether she likes it or not, we're talking about overall career success. So when you compare the sales and the tour, and the numbers in the career, Nicki does beat her on that. Icon and influence, they're neck and neck. Because nobody has influenced the girls more than Nicki and Kim. The only one that I could put in that level for what's going on right now in female rap, because a lot of these girls ain't hip hop. Only girl I could put from that era in there with Nicki and Kim is Foxy. A lot of what we see right now comes out of those 3 ladies, hands down. He said 4 is good, but this is Kim. Baby, I agree with you. Said I would assume that she wouldn't like to be after Nicki. She should have been before Lauren, in my opinion. I ain't gonna put her before Lauren, and I'll tell you why. Lauren was the first female in hip hop to win 5 Grammys. That album still to this day is legendary. And it was literally a cult classic. You got to understand, Kim is dope, but Kim can't out-rap Lauren. But what she can do is show up to her shows on time, because Lauren ain't figured that out yet. He said Lincoln taught them how to create a whole brand and opposed to rappers. Nicki's success empowered by Kim. Interesting, DJ. Vicious Vic. Said, I honestly don't think Cardi should have been on that list, but then again, that's just me. Well, y'all, the list is about the numbers. It's about the numbers, sold, not necessarily the talent. So when y'all understand what I mean? Like, talent-wise, for sure, Kim should have been above 4. By far. Talent-wise, Cardi can't come in between Kim or Nicki. Hands down. Facts. She don't write, and she can't out-rap either one of them. Facts. But that album is a sneeze away from going diamond right now. So just due to the numbers, that's how she's ahead of Kim. Y'all, wait a minute. James Murphy over here flaming me. He said my forehead's so big. He said the sweat dries before it reaches my eyes. That's actually funny. Fuck you, sir. Oh. Okay, you fell off on that next one because you're missing a word. But that first one was funny. You said, I wish Foxy was higher on the list. I mean, if we're going to talk about bars and lyrics, Cardi ain't on this list, period. She ain't going to mess with Foxy. She ain't going to mess with Kim. She ain't going to mess with Nicki. So they're not talking about talent, y'all. They're strictly talking about the numbers and the sales. That's it, not the talent. This is a business conversation, not a talent conversation. You said, Vic says, I love Cardi, but you are correct. Said, I wish Eve would get more recognition than she does. I always loved her. Eve is, man, listen, Eve is dope. Yeah, I used to love listening to Eve. I go back with Eve when Eve was out in Cali, y'all. Some of y'all don't know this. The real hip hop heads know this. Vic, I know you probably know this. Eve used to be under Dr. Dre. And when she was with Dr. Dre, her name was Eva Destruction. That didn't work out so well for her, and she left LA with Dr. Dre, came back to the East Coast, and that's when she came to try out for Rough Riders. James Murphy is having a ball, y'all. He said, my forehead is so big that my hairdressers stand on the second floor. Well, be that I'm the one that does my hair and I usually do it on the second floor of my house, you would be correct. You said no disrespecting Kim. Didn't write either. Biggie wrote her raps. Not all of them. You got to remember, after Biggie died, Kim still held her own. Kim is not a Cardi. Now, I will say, Foxy and Kim had more help with, some of their bar structure than Nicki by far. And I'm not going to say nobody helped Nicki at all, but it would be more like, brainstorming than somebody writing bars for her. Well, damn it, James Murphy. Now you're going to tell me my forehead ain't that big. I was getting used to it. You done gave up and quit on me. You said, okay, when you put it like that, that makes sense why she's 4. I didn't like how Foxy was 10. Foxy definitely shouldn't have been 10 because Foxy outsold Kim. So, y'all, this is why I don't pay attention to Billboard's list, because somebody over at Billboard like to do their list after they go to happy hour. Foxy should have been up there with Kim, not at 10. A lot of people don't know that. Fox outsold Kim. Their first albums out, Kim was critically acclaimed, but Foxy outsold her. Yeah, that's it. Absolutely right, Taylor. She should have been higher. Yes, First Lady of Rough Riders. That's right. You said Eve's getting a lot of flack because she's so beautiful. I don't think that's it. I think, you know, y'all, this industry is so petty. It's a lot of politics. And Eve is living very well right now, so she ain't got to kiss nobody's ass for nothing. And when you don't have to kind of like follow behind somebody and do what they want you to do, they find ways to kind of ice you out. That's why I love the fact that Rough Riders, you know, chief officer, the one that made sure that everything ran, was actually a woman. And a lot of people in this generation don't know that because Siobhan's very low key. She stayed out the way. She kept it business. She wasn't always trying to put her face in the camera. But yeah, Siobhan is the brains, and then her brothers D and Y were the muscle. I can't remember which one of the brothers passed away. Said when the shit go to the numbers. You said, Tall, that's when the talent appreciators leaves the combo. I Hey, listen, I can meet you on both sides of the conversation, but I'll tell you, I don't really put much off into Billboard's list because Billboard has become very, very biased, and they make lists off of whatever they think around the water cooler. So if you put anything into what Billboard is doing right now, you're gonna be upset because Billboard and Forbes have made some of the most ridiculous lists for the last 2 years. Said I was surprised when Nicki broke Foxy's record for the number one albums. I don't think Kim has ever had a number one album. Um, I have to go back and check her numbers. I know her first album didn't hit number one because Foxy outsold her, and it wasn't like y'all. When I tell you they got down, we're talking about back in the time when we're talking about pure sales. So imagine first week out, like Foxy and Kim were selling like 500,000 out the gate with pure sales. Like these girls can't sell 85 copies out the gate without bots. A lot of these new girls can't even crack 20 to 30,000 in sales. Foxy and Kim were coming out the gate anywhere from 400 to 600,000 out the gate, y'all. Yeah, Missy, definitely one of the most successful females in hip hop, revolutionary, and always had platinum plaques. Said not the industry trying to recreate Foxy versus Kim. Looks like Atlantic specifically, but it looks like they were giving up on trying to replace. Well, you can't replace real talent with one of these flimsy artists. You just can't, because no matter who could have possibly wrote for Kim or Foxy, throughout the years, that you can't out rap them. Like that's still a talent. If somebody write for you and you got to deliver it, most of these girls nowadays cannot deliver what you write for them. That's why you have to write them these thought songs because they don't have the vocal capacity, nor do they have the vocabulary to really put out some real bars. Like what they think is an entendre is hilarious. Hey, UK Beats. You said everything is so disposable these days. Songs won't even be as famous as the past. Absolutely, because there's no originality, and listening to the radio is like listening to one long remix. After a while, it's like, damn, didn't I already hear this? Like a lot of these songs sound so much alike. There's not enough individuality. So I feel like writing is the one thing, but the delivery plays a big role. I always think that's why Meg got such a push because people like how she delivered. Um, I definitely like the early Meg. I would say like Make It Hot, Tina Snow. But once she got to like Good News, everything from Good News on out, I didn't like. She was more well rounded with those first two projects. Said I was definitely buying Little Kim CDs, even though I wasn't old enough. A lot of us were. Said I feel like the industry was just fine without the streaming era we're trapped in. Well, thanks to LimeWire and what's the other one? LimeWire and Napster. Napster is the one that actually crashed the industry. The industry almost went out of business in a couple months. What the hell kind of comment is this? Can I fix you? Can't nobody fix you but you. I'm not gonna even read that comment out loud. Yeah, I think Little Kim music was filled with passion and personal experience. So yeah, early 15 music, she was lit. Said it got repetitive really quickly, and that's pretty much when I tapped out. Said classic back catalogs are more valuable than ever. So, are you an artist? Do you have music? I can write bars. I always wanted to do something with music, but never really took it serious. I make beats. No, baby, I've never been an artist. I've been an entertainment manager. I've been an A&R. I've been a vocal coach, and I'm a musician. But I've never been an artist. Oh, and I write and produce. Never in the front of the house though. I like it. I like it in the back where your check actually clears. Say, yeah, I miss the old Meg. Her last good project was the one that had Nikki on it. Trying to think, what project was that? Was that the one with Captain Hook? Y'all fill me in. Yeah, it says streaming was going to come regardless. Labels are already having their own streaming services on their website before Spotify came years later. Well, that happened because they had to find a way to try to circumvent everything and get the money back. So, like, ringtones was a big way that they made money back then too. But then the phone companies made it to where you could record your own ringtone and then, play it back on your phone as a ringtone without having to pay for it. So that got rid of ringtones. Yeah, you said I got so many viruses on my computer because of LimeWire. Baby, everybody did. LimeWire messed up half the hood. Pong Whisperer, don't come in here talking crazy to my people now. You can end up being put back outside. Thank you, UK Beats. Uh, Said, I'm sorry I'm addressing the girls by the Billboard rankings. No apologies necessary. Do you like what you do? As far as what I'm doing now or what I retired from, I retired from music. I still do consultations for people, but I walked away. But as far as what I do now, yes, this is my purpose. I love it. You said the one with the hot girl summer, but the one with Captain Hook was good. After that was good news, and she hasn't had a good song since to me. The Captain Hook album to me, it was okay. It felt like it kind of it was like it had pockets to where it's like okay, it's cool here, and then it started to dissipate and kind of fell flat. But good news on out just felt like flat pop to me. It just did not feel well rounded enough. The delivery didn't feel strong enough. It felt like it needed some more development. Because I mean, when she's in her, when she's in her pocket, she's dope. But the problem is, she gets in her pocket and she gets stuck. And when she gets stuck, she doesn't know how to switch gears with her flow. Said she should have stayed with 1501. She actually had a hit with them. Well, it wasn't that she had a hit with them. She had the person behind her that knew how to put that money into marketing. Y'all got to remember that man's money is long. He got baseball money. So it wasn't like he was going to lose nothing. He could write stuff off and, him putting money behind her, they're going to take it because it's like, okay, his money, yeah, let's get it. Said, I don't know who told her to try to pop out or sing. She could have kept that. Yeah, she's not really she's not a singer. That didn't really work well. Even when she did the pop music. Meg is one of the few rap girls that really doesn't do well with the pop messages. I mean, with the pop type of music. Like some of them can do both. Like Nicki has done really well going between pop and hip hop. Kim has done it from time to time. I did not like her singing time after time. That just did not work well for me. But they have done well with doing both markets. Meg doesn't do well with pop. She's the only artist I could think of, y'all, that has worked with BTS and actually given them worse numbers. Like BTS usually out the gate comes out and they dominate whenever they drop. The music that she's done with BTS and BTS music, BTS members, it doesn't do well. Hold on, you said you're from the UK. Oh, you are funny. Sweetie, I used to have UK, I'm a UK drill rapper and producer that I used to manage for a few years. So I've already managed people in your market. So hell, even Lotto is going with, hold on, says going with the Asians was better than what she's been doing. I haven't even heard what Lotto did with Asian artists. Said those BTS fans was not messing with those songs. No, they weren't. And they show up for everything. Like K-pop fans, they bring the money. Let's see. Said Lord Lotto shaking my head. She's her worst enemy with the lack of identity. I can agree with that. I feel like if Lotto gets more acquainted with her own sound, it won't be so confusing from project to project, because when you hear her projects, it sounds like she doesn't know what direction she wants to go in, because every project she's a totally different artist. Like this last project, she sounded like the female Drake, and it didn't go but so far. So how are you feeling about the K-pop drama with them using the N-word? I feel like they need to be called to the table on it, and it needs to happen because I already told y'all K-pop is moving in fast on the American market, and if they don't stop it now, how you gonna stop it later? Sorry to go off topic. I just got good news. Thank you, Father God. Small things are blessing me, baby. Listen, we celebrate all blessings. The blessings are never off topic. Central Seas? No, but I do know who Central Seas is. Definitely haven't produced or managed somebody like Central Seas. 1501 wanted the best for Henny. They developed her as an artist. Pebble Nation ruined all of that by just pouring money on her without quality music. Um, I'm going to say 50-50 on that, because it wasn't like she really had a lot of artist development. Um, the one who really was doing the artist development with Megan, and I'm going to stand on this, was Hollywood, better known as Miss Holly, her mother. When her mother passed away, there was an obvious change in the quality of her music. And I think that's because Holly helped to bring the best out of her. So it wasn't 1501 that really A&R'd her. They gave her room to do what she wanted to do. So shout out to Miss Holly, because Miss Holly definitely kept her on point. All the music that she worked on with Holly, you can tell. So I'm going to always give credit where credit is due. I feel like Holly's pen was all across her music, to be honest. And that's why it doesn't feel the same now. But that's my opinion. Y'all, let's tap into this energy around Jay-Z lying to these children about paying for their education before I forget, y'all. Uh, I forgot to bring my hair clip down here, y'all. Oh well. He said Camel scam those kids. Allegedly. Alrighty, let's see. Ooh, yeah, I definitely got to get me a new chair. I'm gonna start looking this week. But I'm gonna miss the bunny ears on my chair, y'all. I gotta find a way to keep my bunny ears on the chair. What was the arrangement with him and these children at this school? Okay, so you got the justice card coming out first, and that's to bring balance to a situation. It was supposed to bring balance, but you got the hangman here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's like these students are juggling, and it feels like that this could possibly actually be the truth, allegedly. So it's like, it's real messed up if you would promise somebody something like this, because they could have signed up for all types of different grants and student loans and whatever they needed to get them through school. So here it is, these children were counting on you because of what you said publicly. Y'all, I want to see if these students get together and have a class action lawsuit. Let's see. Let's be a little nosy. Because this ain't nothing but a write-off for him. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I got this, y'all. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. God give her this back times 10. Said kicking off the new chair fund. Thank you. Hey, I gotta make sure the new chair is sturdy. So here it is. It feels like allegedly, y'all, the reason why the school may not have gotten the commitment is because somebody is juggling with their family. So there may already be a financial issue with Jay-Z that we're not hearing about publicly. Y'all, let's not say it could possibly be money problems for people that are worth $3.5 billion. Well, that was last year. You said with us on these long lives. Listen, I thought I was done for that other week. I got to reading Adam 22 energy, and all the damn screws start flying out the chair. I was like, oh, they done got me. Oh my gosh. So it looks like there's an issue here with money, allegedly. You know, we don't know. Let's see. Yeah, the magician, the King of Pentacles. Oh, y'all, and you get the magician and the King of Pentacles. There's some trickery going on. Somebody might be doing a little faking it until they making it. It feels like something was supposed to manifest here. Oh, thank you. Y'all are so... Listen, don't y'all have me crying in here. I don't think I got on waterproof. Heavenly Father, multiply hers times 10. Give it back to her times 10. Bless them and bless their household. Yeah, he walked away from this commitment for sure, y'all. And it does say here at the bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. It does say he was supposed to invest and he walked away from this commitment, allegedly. Oh, I love y'all too. He said Rock Nation Music School equals shell. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Lord have mercy. I did say shell companies and laundromats would be the key words for 2025. Hmm. Yes, buddy. It looks like he walked away from the commitment because he needed to have stability. Ah! Justice for us? Girl, you got to warn me. Thank you. Oh my God. Y'all don't have me crying on here. Thank you. God bless every one of you. Heavenly Father, give it all back times 10. I'm trying not to cry on here, y'all, because I promise you, I think I got on the cheap mascara today. I'm not sure. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Y'all gonna make sure I got a chair without the screws falling out of it. Thank you. Oh, y'all got me misty-eyed over here. Goodness gracious. Thank you. Y'all don't know I've had a horrible last 2 days. This is definitely a blessing to me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate every last one of you. Y'all got me on here tearing up. Oh, God. Thank you so much. Because I definitely needed this pick me up, y'all. This has been a crazy week. Thank you. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Oh, my gosh. I appreciate every last one of you. Oh, my gosh. Thank you. Thank you, Cass. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Oh, gosh. Thank you. Multiply that blessing times 10. Thank you so much. Y'all, oh my Lord. Thank you. I gotta go get me some damn tissue. Y'all got me really crying on here. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, everybody. I ain't expect to be on here crying and whatnot. Oh, oh Lord. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Elizabeth, I'm over here being ghetto using nail supplies. Because I don't feel like getting up to go and get a Kleenex. Y'all, only nail techs know what I'm using to wipe my face right now. Uh, this is one of those dust collector sheets, y'all. If you got a dust collector where you do your nails, this is the filter that they put in there. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, it's absorbent though. That's all that matters. Oh man. Oh, thank you. Oh gosh. Oh, who knew you'd be seeing me on here using a desk collector to wipe my tears? it gets even funnier. I don't know where the hell the dust collector is. Oh my God, thank you. Oh God, thank you. Y'all are wonderful. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh God. I will finally have a chair I could turn around in and not end up in the basement. Oh man, you say shit, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh man. Oh, y'all. I don't plan on using the dust collector on my face no more. It might be a little absorbent, but it's not as soft as y'all think it is. Oh my gosh. I'm going online tonight when I get off of here to go do some research for a new chair. Oh gosh. I still want to get, I like the pink chair, y'all. I don't know. I might get another pink chair. Oh my gosh. You see this all crunchy? Y'all, this is not, listen, take it from me. I took this one for the team so y'all can know, okay? This is not the best way to wipe tears off your damn face. I feel like I'm exfoliating the last 20 years off my face. I'm literally wipe my 40s off my face. Oh God. You can't wipe too hard with this. You're gonna mess around and make some wrinkles. I'm trying to just do the dab so I don't mess around and scrape my face off. Ooh, where was I at, y'all? I forgot what I was about to tap into. It was a question I wanted to ask. Ooh, let me put this mess over here. Good thing I ain't got my lashes on. I would really look a mess. Oh, goodness. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, man. I will be dehydrated. I love y'all. Thank you. You said now you in your 30s. Baby, listen, I got furs in their 30s. I'm in my 40s. And I'm proud of it. I'll be 45 this year. You ain't gonna take that from me. Not when these young girls look like they could be my damn auntie. I'm proud to be in my 40s. I earned it. I never lie about my age. There's too many people out here half my age look 50. Oh my gosh. Oh, you said you're all swollen from crying. Oh, that's from this damn exfoliator. Shit, I told y'all I was over here rubbing my 40s off my face. Oh, 80s baby, all day. All day, baby. Oh, goodness. You said you wiped off your 40s. I feel like it. I feel like it. I'm telling you. Ooh, you can't rub with that, baby. Lord have mercy. Oh gosh, you said you prayed and he answered. I thank y'all. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get back in Lick Hamel's business. Now that I done stop crying, y'all. So it looks like he walked away from this commitment because it was going to affect the possible stability of his marriage, and there's a money issue going on. Who would have thought it? Allegedly. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Page ones. He went in a whole new direction. He did the dash on the babies. With the high priestess at the bottom of the deck, like, come on now. Come on now. These folks couldn't figure out how to get in touch with you. Lord, scratch a lie and find a thief. Oh, thank you, TT. Shout out to the movie Ray. For those who watched that movie, that's where that line comes from. Yeah, the world. He don't want people to know it's the end of a cycle for him being a top dog. But baby, I'm here to tell you, your bark no longer matches your bite. This is a huge, huge stain on this man's name. I want y'all to remember, this is the same man who tried to convince the Philadelphia school district to bust the children out, which would have literally ruined that school district when count day came, because count day is how all schools get their funding. So if you take all these children out of the public schools and bust them out, and the problem is they already aren't getting enough money, that would have completely eradicated the Philly school district. This is going to be interesting, y'all, because I didn't expect to see that the reason behind this could have possibly been an alleged money problem. So, how many of y'all in here remember when I said that Henny is going to end up by herself because they've got too many eyes going on the stove and they're just not going to be able to help her because it's so much going on that they're going to have to pull back their resources? This looks like this is a very, very good reason to pull back your resources. I want y'all to think about the type of business that they've lost as a unit in the last 5-6 months. Okay, we've got Moet Chandon. That was like at least a $300 million contract, possibly per person in this marriage. You've got this Cash App and was it BlackRock, Blackstone lawsuit. You've got, you know, the dispensary situation, that's 300 million gone. Y'all, it feels like $1 billion went out the window right quick, allegedly. And that new tour, that new tour that his wife is working on, they're having a hard time selling those tickets. So it feels like bleeding money while not being able to replace the money that's leaving. That's what it feels like. You said, okay, now he's paying the college fund. Ain't that about nothing? Hold on, let me go back. Pressure, where you at? Said when he started getting accused of snatching without consent, allegedly. Oh. Hold on, let me go all the way back. Y'all having an interesting conversation. Feel like I'm missing out. Oh, you said he needs to go to prison. Well, that might be somebody's wish coming true the way stuff is going for him. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What the heck is going on? Here we go. Ooh. So Ace of Cups doesn't just represent love, it represents abundance. An abundance made through working, Eight of Pentacles. A large amount of this abundance is also tied up. Okay, so it's tied up possibly with the DOJ because this falls under justice. So yeah, a lot of their money could be tied up in legal fees and trying to, get out of all these situations right now. So it feels like a little like robbing Peter to pay Paul, the wealthy edition. It's probably a lot of people's wish. Why do I keep seeing fake stats about how she sold about 92%? Marla Maria, there's an old school trick where you can buy your own tickets. Still counts as a sale. And you can put them on sites to be resold, which also counts as a sale. And any deficit that you get from having to sell the tickets at a lower rate becomes a write-off so that you don't lose any money. Does that make a little sense to you? Was that Mose? Why, thank you, sweetie. It's Moses, Mose. I like Mose better. Hey, Mose. Said the wife tickets isn't selling and Spiro is quiet. Spiro is acting like Homer Simpson on that meme where he steps back into the bushes. Hey, Miss Keisha and Dale. Said a family of scammers. Said, wow, I believe that's exactly what they are doing. Honey, that's what I told you they were doing on Henny's tour, and that came out. Now, ain't that about nothing? I predicted this for both tours, and look at what's happening, allegedly. And that is the meme. Shout out to Station Head. That is Spiro right there, y'all. He like, oh, wait a minute. I still work for y'all? No, I don't. Oh, man. You said that last name so fancy. Thank you. Come on now. Come on now. We got to make that name sound like money so they can come give you some money. Who's yours? Mose? Moses? Mose? Whatever you will allow me to call you. Who's yours? Said, and she left with less popularity than Glorilla. Baby, ain't that the damn gag? You started off with Glorilla looking like she was on her way to 7-Eleven at the beginning of that tour, and that ended up turning into the Glorilla Experience featuring Meg, and now Glorilla is winning. Interesting what a difference a day makes. Said, I know Spiro has to be chain smoking from all of this that's happening at once. Woo, honey, he might just be eating the cigarettes, I promise you. You said whatever you like, honey. Aw, aren't you cute? Oh, yeah, Glow. You know what, though? I'm going to tell y'all something. Glow's new video and her new song, I actually like it. And the reason why I like it is because she's giving you a story and she's giving you drama. It's entertaining. Just like her last video where she walked you through her and the guy meeting and then they get married and have a baby. Like, I love what she's doing with her storyboards for her videos. Like, that right there looks like artist development. Now, if she can expand her flow a little bit more, she's definitely in there for sure. Because she's starting to get a little repetitive with her flow. So I think she needs to work on expanding her flow. But for the most part, I like what she's doing creatively. Said, Miss Angel, are you going to the Grand National Tour when it comes to your city by any chance? You know what? I was thinking about it. It's already sold out here. So if I do go, I'm a I'm gonna hit up one of my radio friends. Like, y'all still got some tickets over there in the drawer? Let me have them. Y'all, for people who got friends that work in radio, they get a certain amount of tickets to give out over the radio for the shows, and whatever tickets aren't given out, they usually pass them out to their friends or whoever, because the tickets, they go in the trash if they don't pass them out. But yeah, he ain't that about nothing, y'all. Kendrick has sold out his entire tour, and Drake is still working on selling out his tour. Like 2025 is doing some very interesting things. Said, I hope one day we'll know all what happened in this case with Millie, because it's a bogus case anyway. So if anyone is going to the show in Houston, I'll see you there. Oh, look at you. Look at you, all well traveled in Universal. I don't know though. If I get some extra tickets from some of my radio friends, I'll shoot you a text. That might be a real hard one to pull because everybody loves Kendrick, especially right now. So I don't know. I might have to go up to the station and promise somebody a sweet potato pie, or a peach cobbler or something. Y'all, they love free snacks at the radio station. So I might have to feed somebody. Said Millie been fighting for Drake's life. Well, she's definitely been on the battlefield for him. He should definitely appreciate her love, her help, and all of her concern, because she is one of the only ones that is giving him consistent love on a regular basis right now. Said Chris Brown is selling out like hotcakes. Yes, he is, and I've seen Chris Brown perform. Um, I want to say the last time he came to Little Caesars Arena, Chris gives a good show. No, it wasn't the last time. It was the time before last. So let's see. Are the numbers correct about Cardi's net worth? I haven't even seen those numbers. I'd be amazed if Cardi's net worth is that high. But I will say this. Cardi has done a lot of endorsements through the years. So if she's made her money, it hasn't been from music. It's been for everything else. Music, you know, you can only make so much when your album is streaming. Like streaming versus real sales really messed it up for artists making money. So now CB is a real entertainer. Yes. I would hands down tell anybody, if you can get tickets to his show, go. Go. Said Millie and Drake are in a relationship. Now see, we ain't gonna even play with that. Let's leave her alone. Now y'all know she done been through enough. Let's not even play with that one. We'll have somebody that's in here secretly watching turn around and try to make that a story tomorrow, and they'd have to show up over on their X page and tell them go to hell, because you know good and damn well not only is that not true, we were joking. Ice Spice comeback. Now that's an interesting one to tap into because she needs to be rebranded. Said I hope Drake wins the lawsuit and donates to Angie Stone estate. Um, Good luck with that one. He better off just donating. I think even Chris' success in this moment right now is a slap in the face to Rock Nation. They wanted that man to crash and burn. Interesting, yeah. So Ice Spice and Drake OF collab. Mm, I'm so not interested. Said, oh man, I'm I'm not a fan of Ice Spice. Uh, said, can I get money to buy my new dream Xbox? Honey, you can do whatever you like to do. Now, if you asking me for money for your Xbox, I need one. So I'm gonna get me one first and let you know how the experience was. Said allegedly Drake was offered a settlement of 25 million. I am so out the loop right now, y'all. Thank you for keeping me up to date. So this is a joke we have in the mob. I just want whoever is secretly watching me to know that is a joke. Because y'all know they take stuff and run with it and try to make stuff allegedly true. It's not even remotely true. Don't do it to yourself. Said, I don't have nothing. Baby, if you still got air in your lungs, you got more than most right now. Please believe it. Said, good evening to everyone. I had to step away for a while. Well, welcome back. You said, am I an Indian? American Indian, not Eastern Indian. Said, laughing my ass off heavy on the allegedly. Yeah, we don't want nobody to try to have breaking news tomorrow. Like, breaking news, Milagro and Drake. It's like, y'all don't stop it. Said, yeah, you look like an Indian because of your get up. Because of my get up? Okay. You have an Eastern Indian name. Okay. Said, can you do a tap in on Justin Bieber, Shade, and Benny Blanco? I will not be tapping into Justin Bieber tonight, y'all, because I just don't have the energy to. It's very draining to tap into Justin because he's going through a lot, y'all. It's a lot of anxiety. It's a lot of tears. It's a lot of anger. Um, it's real heavy. It's real heavy energy. You said tarot cards, get it right. For those of you who are new to me, I'm a seer. I'm a medium first. Tarot cards come second. So, when people feel things very heavily, I have to do a lot of spiritual cleansing because I can feel what they feel. Said, how about Anthony Edwards? Baby, I don't even know what's going on with Anthony Edwards right now. When I tell y'all I am so out the loop, like I've been spending this week taking care of whatever I can for my mother. So I am so not up to date with a lot of what y'all talking about right now. So my apologies this week, y'all. I'm usually on it, but that was more important. But please fill me in if you can. I'd like to know what you're talking about. Um, you said so you're an empath. Yes. I'm on the. I don't know if you know the term Hayoka. Like I feel very deeply. Like I can have what that experience is called stigmata. So I've had experiences where I've channeled, for, let's say I'm doing a criminal investigation. I've literally come out of channeling and I've had the bruises in the same areas that the people have that I'm doing the channeling on. So it's a little bit more than just being an empath. Like I really do end up feeling. If the person has had a heart issue, I will feel it. So I have to ground myself so that I don't feel all of that energy. Um, Working on Justin takes a lot of energy because there's so much depression. Yes, stigmata. That is the proper word for it. You said, where am I from? I'm from Detroit, honey. So, when you have stigmata, you have to be careful because it takes grounding, because if you don't ground properly, you feel everything in the moment the exact way that the person feels it. Right, you said you're not kidding. I slept damn near all day after I did Justin and Haley's reading. See what I'm talking about? And this is another person that has the gift of mediumship. Y'all, people that have that much going on, they drain you. Like, I could end up in the bed, sleep until the afternoon. Thank you for the nail compliment. You said, scroll up, Angel. I explained about Anthony. Nothing really going on. He just signed over his rights. Oh, hold on. Let me. Said he didn't pay child support. They haven't gotten to that part yet. Oh, okay. So is this the football player who allegedly paid up the child support in advance? This was the rumor. You said, can I please give you my contact info to get a reading? Sure. You can email me at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com, and I will message you back as soon as possible, letting you know my nearest appointment time availability. And I can also send you QR codes so that you don't have to, go through a lot to look up my information. So, oh, y'all, for my international clients, I now also accept Apple Pay because I know Apple Pay is global. So for international clients, you now have PayPal and Apple Pay. Joelle Brown, honey, why are you even here to even worry about that? You're welcome, sweetie. Said, if you haven't had, oh, thank you, Millie the Mystic. She said, if you haven't had a personal reading with Miss Angel yet, please book one. Is more than worth it. I would say the same about you, sweetheart. Thank you very much. So, yeah, he told, who is this? He told her that he didn't want to have the baby. She did, and now he doesn't want parental rights or visitation. Well, here's the thing. It would be good in a perfect world if he took care of his child that he created. But when somebody tells you that they don't want a child with you, this is just me personally. I would not force that child on that person, because the last thing I would want is for that person to hurt or mistreat my child in any way because they don't like them. Y'all, it's a lot of people out here harming children. I wouldn't care who it is. If you don't want my child, me and my baby are going to go on and mind our business, because I would not want to put my child in harm's way because somebody does not want to be bothered. When somebody tells you that, believe them and fall back. Now, it's not, a situation that anybody wants to be in, but your first job as a mother is to protect your child. These women got to stop trying to, have a baby by the right person so they can hit a lick, because it's not always what you think it is. I'm not going to, how can I tell this story? Okay. So way back in the day, y'all, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth and I was in my 20s, I used to work with this girl who, all the girls at work were telling her, girl, yeah, because she found out she was pregnant. Like, girl, yeah, you need to go ahead and have his baby. He got money. He plays in the NFL, because this was, somebody who was just coming into the NFL. And this was somebody who was physically abusive to this woman before she got pregnant. So I personally definitely would not have had a baby with somebody who's physically abusing me, but things happen, right? So she's listening to all these girls at work, and she has this baby. Y'all, This man pulled the ultimate crisscross applesauce. I didn't even see this coming. He left the NFL, took a contract with the CFL, and when he popped up with the CFL and they were taking his pictures and you know um doing his press junkets and everything, y'all, he popped up with his fiance that she didn't even know that he was engaged to. So he left the country so he didn't have to pay her child support, and he took his fiance with him and left her here to raise that child alone. And if it didn't make it worse, this was a white girl having a baby with a black guy, and she didn't have any, you know, she didn't have any real black friends. She had people that she dealt with because we worked together, but she didn't have anybody close as a black friend, for those very, very important conversations like how do I comb this baby's hair? What products do I use? Those types of things. And I think she wasn't ready for the baby to also have coarse hair like his daddy. But I don't know what she expected because even though she's white, she comes from a country where her ethnic background, they have coarse hair. I know this is not a surprise to y'all that there are white people that naturally have coarse hair. But, she had coarse hair, very, very thick curls. I mean, the type of hair where you could run a pressing comb through it, okay? And the father had that very, very strong ancestral hair. Her child came out with that hair, y'all. And I instantly felt bad for that baby because people don't understand how important hair is to self-esteem and cultural traditions. And she never quite connected with her son. And I'll never forget, I saw her years later, y'all. Her son, I want to say, was like a preteen by the time I saw her again. And she told me that she had to learn to love her son because she didn't connect with him. She didn't learn to love him until after he was like 5, 6 years old. And that hit me hard because the baby grew in your womb. You were the first person to feel the baby move, everything. And you didn't connect with that baby until he was in elementary school. Imagine how hard that is for this baby to know that you don't like him and his daddy's not around. You said go ahead and sweeten him up with some pie. Oh, man. Yeah. So I will never tell a woman to have a baby or throw a baby off on somebody because they have money, because you don't know how that can work. And really, do you want to put your child through such a toxic experience to where that child ends up damaged? I'd rather protect my child. And protecting that child's mental health is a part of protecting the child. So I will never tell any woman, oh, you done hit the lottery. Hurry up and have that baby so you can be a millionaire. You don't know how things are going to work out in situations like that. Children are too precious and they're too important to play with them like pawns. That's why you got so many adults that are messed up in the head because they didn't get the right love as a child. Yeah, you said racism is that deep. I've heard of mixed people telling stories of their grandparents trying to hurt them for being mixed. I mean, it's a real thing, y'all. I mean, If I was to go to the rest, depending on, you know, what part of my familial background, you know, reservation I chose to go to, a lot of people on the rest don't like people that look like me. They don't care about the blood quantum. And it's not everybody. Some people are just like, are you or aren't you? You my family. But there is a lot of people that are very, very, very color struck on the res. Just is what it is. Said 50 Cent lied when he said, have a baby by me, baby be a millionaire. Listen, I don't think 50 lied because we ain't seen 50 with too many children. He had his two and was like, that's it. And one of those babies, he trying to get back, and the other one he don't talk to. So I don't know if we can. I don't know if we could bring 50 into this conversation. So you would think in this day and age that we be past simple shit. It would be nice, baby, but I promise you, as long as people have air in their lungs and the ability to make a terrible decision, it's always going to be possible. Would you say finish the lyrics? Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times. Okay, so we know you know you're Adele, but you ain't gonna get me to sing that on here, and they take all of my $6. Definitely know the song. I know the artist though. Said I'm sorry they bet me $10,000 to do it. Well, baby, I hope you get it. Oh my gosh. Um, I'm trying to think. What else did y'all ask me about? Because we just went off in a whole different direction. What else did y'all want me to tap into? You said if they're getting a check, they do not care, unfortunately. But that's not everybody. Oh, Ice Spice. Okay. No wonder I forgot. Ice got, I want to say, two songs that I actually could listen to, which would be like Deli and what's that other song that In Her Mood? Like, I can listen to both of those. The rest of Ice Spice, I can't do it. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I won't even pretend. I can't even try it. Doggone it. Y'all, thank God I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow. I'm over here talking about Ice Spice and she done broke my thumbnail. Look at that, y'all. She done got me. Said Ray took. We gonna tap into that too. My hand is raggedy. It's perfect to read Ray J and Wax Energy. I'll make that one my last one of the night because I know that's some foolishness. Said I haven't heard about Ice Spice for a long time. Y'all, don't worry about it. My nails. It's time for them to get redone anyway. But Ice done struck back. She said, "I'm gonna knock the ice off your hand. You laugh at me one more time." Okay, don't forget the Irv story. Okay, let me tell the Irv story right now since Ice done knocked my thumbnail off. So, okay, so many moons ago, I used to work at Motor City Casino. And on that day in particular, during that time, I was still a cocktail waitress. I hadn't become a bartender yet because you still got to be 21 to be a bartender. So I'm working the craps table, y'all. And when you work craps, people don't like you being polite. You got to talk to them crazy. You're too nice. You will not make it in craps. You got to be a little rock, a little, a little, what they say, a little rock, a little roll. So I'm walking around the table and I'm asking everybody, beverages, can I get anybody anything? and I hear this loud booming voice, right? I turn around, I look, I'm looking every damn where. I can't see where it's coming from, right? I done looked straight over this man's head to the point that he be like, "You don't stop playing with me." I'm like, "Hell, I knew I heard you. I ain't know where you was at." The man was Ja Rule, y'all. And him and Irv were shooting dice at the craps table, which was on the second floor, like the first, I want to say the first craps table when you come in. And we ended up having a great time, um, playing the dozens, cracking jokes. And there was a cigarette girl that came through. You know, they used to have the cigarette girls with the tray, and you got all the cigarette cigars on the tray, whatnot. So she comes through with the tray. Cigarette girl is easily like probably 6'3" without heels on. So Ja turns around. He's like, "Damn, you got an Amazon in here." Y'all, this girl was from the projects. So she didn't realize that he wasn't insulting her. I had to stop the cigarettes from flying up in the air and convince her that he wasn't trying. He wasn't trying her, right? Now, mind you, I'm telling you, this is a project girl from the old Brewster projects. If you from where I'm from, you know you don't mess with nobody from the Brewsters. Motor City used to have projects across the street. Like there's Motor City on this side of the street, the expressway in the middle, and then the projects right there on the other side of the freeway. You can open your door at the projects and see the casino. They tore those down and they built some new low income homes, but the new ones look um, like some really nice duplexes, like townhouses. So after I done calmed her down and stopped the damn cigarettes and everything from flying up in the air, because y'all, she didn't know that Amazonian or Amazon wasn't a insult. I had to let her know, like, "Baby, he just said you getting your Wonder Woman on. You know, Wonder Woman was from the Amazon. She was Amazonian." She was like, "Oh, okay. I thought that, he was messing with me. I was going to beat his ass." I know you were, but you don't want to fight in here because everything in here is federal. So finally, I calm that down, right? I go back over. I'm talking with them, and they've made friends with everybody at the table. So to give y'all the time frame, um, Ashanti had not released her first song yet, and 50 Cent and Ja Rule had just started beefing. Okay, so this was around the time when 50 was fresh, like hot off the press. So when you think about that, you can meet me in the club, right? This is around that time. So we end up having the best time ever, cracking jokes and everything. And back then, I was very active in music. I had my own recording studio during that time on 7 Mile and Stout. And one of the craps dealers and the pit boss had made a comment. There you go, New Eyes. Um, one of the pit bosses and one of the craps dealers had made a comment to me about music. And Irv was like, "Oh, what you do in music? What you sing, or what do you do?" So I'm like, "No, I produce and I write." He was like, "Oh, y'all." He stopped everything, got his card, and was like, "Send me something ASAP. I want to work with you." He hadn't heard my music or anything, but I guess my cheerleaders that worked behind the pit was just like, "Nah, she official. She official. You got to hear her stuff." He was like, "I'll give you a chance." I ended up not taking that chance because it was a huge war between, 50s people and Murder Inc. people. And of course, that was a big thing because it tied in a lot of stuff with Detroit, Eminem, Say Less. I was working with a lot of people that were attached to those people. So I didn't want any parts of the street stuff that can come out of it. So I just fell back. But every time I seen him after that, he always was kind. He always remembered I was the girl who did beats. And even after all of that died down, he was still like, you got to send me something. And finally, I'm like, okay, I get ready to send you something. And the feds come in and they had all that trouble over there at Murder Inc. I never forgot that, y'all, because you got to understand the late 90s and the early 2000s, it was practically unheard of for a female producer to be known for doing, hip hop tracks. Like it wasn't even widespread at that time that Missy was producing her music. They tried to make it seem like that was mostly like Timberland. People found out about Missy producing music later. Well, I'll say they found out the extent of her production and her pen later. So yeah, that's the Irv and Ja Rule story. Y'all, they invited me to hang out with them and everything, and I came to work in my pajamas. Like, I ain't going nowhere with y'all. I came to work in my pajamas. It's like, you ain't got to have no nice clothes. And it's like, okay, well, I'm still going home. But they were always nice to me when I seen them. I haven't seen them in a very long time, though. How do you know that seeing was your gift? I was born with my gift. I didn't have a choice. I was able to see things as a toddler. LOL said, that's a fluke that you know that they rock with you your personality and not just your presence. Yeah, they were very, very cool. It wasn't any, trying to, get in my drawers or anything like that. They were very respectful, which says a lot for the industry. But they never tried me like that. So how do you not channel? I can't control it. I wish I could tell you that, but I don't know how to not channel. That's why I have to really, really do a lot of spiritual cleansing, and I have to make sure that I prepare myself to kind of like scale down so that I can go to sleep. Because if I don't scale down and calm down my thoughts, I will not be able to sleep. I'll wake up, channeling, and then I'll be down here in the middle of the night at the table. He said, I'm intimidated by my gift. Baby, if God gave it to you, it's no reason to be intimidated. But I definitely get it. So hold on. We're with Ice Spice. I ain't gonna say nothing else smart about Ice because she done knocked my damn nail off. So let's go ahead. Jonty, tell your mama to shush. Who the hell you talking to? Y'all be getting real gangster on these keyboards. Say stuff that you'll never say to people to their face. I was waiting for you to comment, but I guess you done took my advice and you decided to do what I told your mother to do. Shush. Hey, JD Marja said, I think this will be her year of disappointment, that is. Ooh, damn. Let's see what's going on with Ice. Ice Spice. What's gonna happen with you now? I say she should rebrand and possibly get more off into like pop and world music, but y'all, damn, but me missing this one thumbnail is throwing me off. It's if you see the way I just picked this card up. So you've got, a message coming in fast. So it looks like they're going to try to find a way, like I said, to rebrand her to get her back out here because she's been losing a lot of traction. Not the Anna. Oop, you are funny. The Angel, did you see that Tory Lanez changed his IG profile picture to a picture of JB? No, baby, I haven't seen that. I have to look. Said null ice covered made that point. Um, it's a lot of arguing on her team allegedly about how she's being seen right now, her visibility, what's going on with her career. And y'all, if you see how I got to pick this card up missing this thumbnail, this is terrible. Yeah, this is an unrequited offer. Things are definitely not going the way that they think that it should be going or they expected it to go. Justice, don't you laugh at me this hard. Y'all know I can't do the ball head fingertips. It's got to be all or nothing. This handy Andy thumb is not it right now. Oh. Yeah. Tower. Yeah, they're doing there's a lot going on behind the scenes, y'all. It's whew, the Tower and the Five of Wands, definitely not a good look. Definitely not a good look. Hierophant represents like the industry, the powers that be. So I'm hearing the word overshot, oversold. So it's like she didn't make the mark that they thought that she would. And I feel like this only happened due to poor management. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. If I have any artists in here, I'm telling you as a person who was a manager, your manager works for you, not the other way around. If you allow your manager to make terrible decisions on behalf of your career, it only affects you in the long run because that manager can quit and go work for somebody else, but that could actually be the end of your career. Said they thought some hits with Queen would solidify her spot. I think what really did it for her is that she should have went on that tour with Nicki. She should have never did her own tour with that rushed album. She didn't have enough time. She wasn't seasoned enough. That tour would have been perfect for her opening for Nicki. Said that Nicki shade was lethal. Yeah, that did tear up her career. It sure did. Said she messed up when she went on tour with Doja Cat instead of Nicki. Baby, she went on tour by herself before she went with Doja Cat. Ice is not ready to be a main artist yet. She needs to open a little bit more because she lacks stage presence and personality. You look good. Well, she looks better when she got weight on her. I ain't gonna even lie. But you look good, but you come off boring. She needs more work with how she works the crowd and how she handles the microphone. Like she literally comes out on the stage and she's like this, like it's the church talent show, and then she turns around and twerks and does the little cookie pat. And it's like, girl, how many times you gonna do that? Said her ego won't allow her to do that. Well, see, this is why labels used to, not allow artists creative rights to the music until they were like 2, 3 albums in because they weren't going to let you mess up their damn money. Oh, not the show was fun for $9. Damn. Said I'm tired of seeing her cheeks more than mine. it. How do you have $9 tickets to a show when you're supposed to be at the top of the food chain? That's what I mean. Like, she needed to pay her dues. She needed to do the smaller venues and then open for people in the bigger venues. There's nothing wrong with paying your dues. That's what's wrong with so many of these artists. They don't want to pay their dues, and then they drop an album to sell 14K, and then you can't recoup the money that you got from the label, can't pay them people back, and now you stuck. You said they were basically club bookings, type of shit. Well, she actually went on a tour. She did. And the tour that she went on, she took Cleo Trapper with her. Y'all remember that? And they said that she was putting Cleo on the stage so damn early that the people hadn't even got in to sit at their seats. Ain't no way in the hell she would have had me opening for her at 7 o'clock and the show don't start until 8. I wish Cleo would have walked out, because you wouldn't play with me like that. You tell my artist something like that, we're not coming on. The people not even in the seats. This not about, the show starts at 8 and people come in late. They get there like 8:30, 9 o'clock. No, you had this girl going on performing at 7 o'clock and the doors didn't open for people to walk in until 8. By the time she finished performing, people actually were just sitting down. Not in the least bit would you play with me like that. And then here it is. She said she had that suitcase backstage and somebody stole, like, I think she said 700 out of her suitcase. I'm going to just tell y'all right now. She would have found out how rough I was around the edges. You disrespect me, have me come on early, and somebody steal my money? Baby, you might start off looking like a little orphan Annie, but I'm going to beat you black and blue until all 700 of my dollars fall out your pockets, your bra, or somebody's purse. And that's going to be my last day at work. Respectfully. Now, you can do the rest of the tour looking like Crash Bandicoot if you want to. But you ain't going to disrespect me and have somebody steal out my purse. And my stuff was in the room with you and your family. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Everybody that came to that door trying to walk out would have caught hands. Every door open, what? Boop, 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 boop. Where's my money? Everybody that was trying to walk out would have ate 3 or 4. Where's my money? Certain things you just don't do. Certain things you don't play with. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. That would have been first and last day on the job. Who? Listen, you heard what I said. JD, you heard what I said. Everybody come out that room getting a good 3 or 4. Until my money hit this floor, I'm hitting everybody coming out this room. Because that's a different type of disrespect. You already told the girl she couldn't eat no pizza. That was for the staff. You had 4 staff members with 15 boxes of pizza and told her she couldn't eat. And then her money come up missing and she hungry. Nah, I ain't going to be hungry and broke. Now, wait a damn minute. If I got my $700, I can feed myself. But I can't eat and somebody stole my money? How much disrespect can you give in one night? You said, dang, not 1, but 2, but 3, but 4. Listen, you would think it was percussion. Y'all know that drum solo kick that's at the beginning of The air of the night, that's exactly what it sounds like every time somebody come through that door. Do-dum, 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 do-dum. I promise you. I can't eat. You put me on at 7 o'clock before people could even see me, and my money come up missing. Mm, baby, listen. You better play with somebody else. You and your mammy. You said the industry got these girls thinking that they're equal on the same level as Nikki. Um, I think that they have them thinking that they don't have to do much to have a career. If you've got the right surgery, if you've got the right bust down wig, if you got the right producer, you don't really have to do much. Well, that not doing much is not working, and that's why these girls' tours are making 35 cents and their albums are not selling. Do the work, and you'll make the money. You got to build a fan base. Fan bases can't be you. It's like you can't cheat. Certain things you have to do the work. You have to build. If you do the smaller shows, your crowds will end up building anyway, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Why overshoot, the type of shows that you do, and then you can't afford to pay the venue, pay your team, pay your background dancers, pay the DJ? Like, why would you assume all of that debt to try to prove to somebody that you that girl? Go make them do the club dates. Club dates make good damn money. And if you doing club dates, chances are you working with promoters from the street. You could tell that promoter from the street, pay me half up front. I want the rest in cash when I get there. And IRS don't know, allegedly. Said Carrie Hilson just cleared Esther on her so-called apology. Carrie isn't playing with her or Bay. Mmm. Mmm. Said, right, what happened to being a triple threat? It would be nice. I mean, Black Hollywood used to be that way. Like, people sing, dance, paint, play instruments. Not no more. Yes, and not playing with all those involved. I mean, yeah, the way they disrespected that girl was sad. Like, they would go out to eat, and she would be sitting there hungry, waiting, trying to figure out what she gonna eat, and they'd already went out to eat, and they tell her. Like, why invite somebody to go on tour with you and act like a bitch? It was no reason for you to bring that girl out to open for you if you're gonna treat her like that. Like, let's be honest. Ice couldn't sell them tickets by herself. You needed somebody to come on tour with you. You needed it. You actually should have went on tour with Nikki because you're not talented enough and you're not ready to do actual arena tours. These girls, they hype these girls up to think that they're bigger than they are. And then when they fall because they can't stand up to the challenge a year or two later, oh, I don't know what's different. I don't know what I did wrong. Honey, you did everything wrong from the beginning. You overshot everything. You didn't want to take your time in the process and build. You got to build if you want to stick around. You said these girls have been craving attention, so their come ups are basic around popularity. They be trying to get rich quick using the wrong tools. I totally agree. If you want to be around for a minute, you got to actually do the work, because one of the quickest careers ever is a female rapper. And if the female rapper used to be a stripper, then there it is, cut in half again. Because it's become so much of a gimmick that it's not even anything that's really entertaining anymore. It's to the point to where it's like, okay, we've seen all the ass we can see. Where's the bars? Like, who can still rap? I say, if you gonna come out sexy, still bring the talent, because the talent is what keeps you there. Yeah. So you got the Hierophant here. and the Ten of Swords. That right there tells me she feels betrayed by the industry. She feels like the industry deserted her, allegedly. So it's a shame that Cupcake is not given a chance. Cupcake is dope. For those of y'all who don't know who Cupcake is, take a listen, because that girl got bars. That's Chicago did her good. Said that's why I feel like Doechie's success, is inorganic. She has no hits yet, 58 million streams on Spotify, and just want one best rap album. Shaking my head. I'm going to tell y'all the same thing that I've been telling y'all. Recognize marketing packages when you see them. Marketing packages always blow somebody up to look bigger than what they are, but never match the numbers in the long haul. Because if somebody can get that many streams on Spotify, there is no reason for them to only have 11K in sales. It doesn't match. Yeah, Tierra Whack, I like her. She's definitely different. I like her. I like 3 Not T. I like Snow the Product. Like when it comes to girls that really rap, like they get in the paint. Okay, hi from Brazil. Hi baby, how are you? Welcome to the family. Right, so the voice you can feel in your heart and soul. Also, some of your best MCs, I mean, overall, whether it's a woman or a man, they're avid readers. That's why they never run out of words, because they're always feeding their mind. These girls don't have the intelligence to write like that. Said be like Remy minus East rapper. Oh God. I'm not doing that with you. How many of y'all heard about Papoose divorce going through? Speaking of Remy. Allegedly, she had to pay him $3 million. Y'all, oh, thank you, Cam and Emmy. Makeup is beat the hell up now, but I appreciate you. Well, you saying not you, but you got to understand, if you get married, whoever the breadwinner is in the marriage has to pay for the care of the person who is not the breadwinner. So, ladies, I want y'all to think about this when y'all dating and y'all getting married, okay? Because it's a brand new sheriff in town, and what Kendu did with Mary, baby, that set a tone. So if you a woman and you brag about being the boss, it costs to be the boss. Make sure your man is a boss too. Like that man got $3 million and he get to go be with his woman who can beat you up. And you got dumped by Easy the Block Captain. I mean, first of all, who can get dumped by Easy the Block Captain and you giving him a job on your league? How the boss of the league get dumped by one of the employees? And you still got to watch him report to work with his new girlfriend. Said, yeah, he was raising the kids, but I didn't hear about the divorce going through. I know Remy's sick. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't more like blog pages talking about it, but if y'all type it in, it's in YouTube. It's probably like only maybe 2 to 3 videos talking about it. But yeah, she had to pay him that $3 million. I ain't mad at Papoose. He married his women with money. He going over there with Clarissa Shields. She can be his boo, his bodyguard, and his sugar mama. But I will tell y'all this. I watched him and Clarissa play on the peanut bags, right? I believe every word Papoose said about knocking Easy out. I'm surprised the way that when I watched Papoose work that peanut bag, I'm surprised Easy ain't just not getting up. That man's hands are flawless. When I tell you about the rhythm and how smooth he is on that peanut bag, y'all gotta understand, peanut bag ain't easy. He was so fluent on that peanut bag that he made Clarissa look like she needed to practice with him. And that's what she does for a living. So I definitely believe he knocked him from the windows to the walls and they found him in the middle of the street. Can't tell me no different. Papoose got hands. I believe Remy had to go pick him up with some smelling salt. Can't tell me no different. Yeah. Y'all, look like Ice is heavy in her feelings. Hold on, give me a second to get my rickety thumb together. Look like Ice is in her feelings about the choices that she made, especially the choice with the Queen of Wands. We know the Queen of Wands is a Sagittarius, so I'm going to step out on a limb and say I believe that that's Nikki. She regrets how things went with her and Nikki, the choices that she made, allegedly. Almost couldn't say it. Yeah, she feels stuck. She feels stuck. She feels trapped. Um, but she's got to make this commitment. She's got to make sure that she can produce what she needs to produce so that she can make her money. Show me the energy between her and Riot, because Riot appears to be slowly separating himself, at least from what it looks like to me. Show me her and Riot. Looks like Riot is trying to manifest opportunities outside of her. Said, I know she regrets listening to Nikki's old manager. Hopefully she fired him. Can the church say amen? Says she about slow, and I don't like that about her. She gives remedial when she talks. Oh my God, Justice. Tell us how you really feel. Damn. Well, look, it looks like I said, it looks like Riot is trying to find new opportunities. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's getting hard over there with her as an artist. Oh yeah. Ten of Wands. It's starting to get hard. It's getting too hard to carry this situation. So it looks like Riot is trying to abandon ship. Um, I mean, he'll be fine. His father works in radio, like upper echelon radio. Y'all ain't. Damn it, you said she do get slow vibes. Wait a minute. Let me not laugh too hard. Make sure the damn screws ain't popping out my chair. She already knocked my damn thumbnail off. Oh gosh. Woo! Tell us how y'all really feel. You said they're going to have to change these marketing packages because the industry is so exposed now. I agree. I agree. So is that Clarissa? Is that why Clarissa said that she's not or been with a man that's in a relationship or married? That might be it, baby, because he's a free man now. Damn, y'all tearing this girl up. Not very much short bus. Y'all, I was done when Ice Spice fans started trolling her and said she looked like she had a touch of the Downs. Y'all know that was trending, right? It was trending. I want to say, I don't know if it was after Twitter turned into X or if it was still Twitter. But her own fan base, y'all, was flaming her. Said it. She looked like she had a touch of the Downs. I literally put my phone down. Was like, I am done with the internet today. How do your own fans troll you like this? The disrespect was real. Yes, YouTube Ja Rule. That trend went on for like 2, 3 days. It was like they y'all let me see if I can find this. Hold on. Ooh, my thumb feel weird. Hold on. Ice Spice fans claim she looks like she has a touch of the Downs. What that say, y'all? Hold on. I promise you I didn't make that up. This is from a year ago. Shout out to Pet T Blog. Go over there and watch her. Ice Spice clapped back to fans saying she looks like she has Down syndrome. Let me see if I can find another one. Ice Spice claps back and claims she has Down syndrome. What is this? Suka Boy? Suka Boy? So y'all see that this. Hold on. Move it. I definitely didn't make this up, y'all. Pressure, damn it. Ooh. You said, Angel, we talking about Clarissa? Oh my God. Not Andy, are you okay? Now, somebody had mentioned the other one said that she do. That's why I wanted to show y'all. Um, I really hope that Clarissa don't get her heart broke because, oh, we says she's beautiful until she starts talking, and then I'll be like, Pap, go get your wife back. Oh, Jesus. Um, I'm not playing with you right now, and that is no longer his wife. And I ain't gonna tell no man to go get a woman back that cheated with a man that couldn't even take a punch. I mean, we here's the thing. We don't know what Pat could have possibly done in that marriage because he didn't embarrass her publicly. She embarrassed and shamed that man. You buying your side boo all these expensive watches, and you went over there and took pictures, Olin Mills type pictures for Christmas. I ain't gonna never tell nobody take nobody back when they do stuff like that. Then you get dumped by your side dude, and that's when you want to come back. Mm-mm. That sounds like saving face to me. You said that we said the same to Remy when East the Powers Teletubbies start talking. Damn. Sounds like the one girl who be on Spaces. Wishing we'll say unalivement, wishing unalivement on their baby daddy of 3, wondering how that will play out. Um, mm, I can't get with that. Whether I like you or don't like you, or you get on my last piece of a nerve, Some things you just don't say. But if you've been watching me, I already said that her mouth was going to be a huge downfall for her this year. And that definitely provides what I just said. Said exactly. Clarissa just happy to have a man. Yeah, that's what I said. I hope she'll end up heartbroken. Whew. So let me get Ice off my table because it looked like Riot is going to go find him something else to do. She's stuck in the contract. She feels betrayed by the industry, and it looks like she regrets the decision she made with Nikki. I don't think I seen anything I didn't expect to see. You said not the Olin Mills. Baby, did you see them sitting in front of the Christmas tree? All propped up in position? Listen, you already know when you get to a certain age and you sit on the floor to take a picture knowing that your ass is going to fall asleep and one of your knees might pop, lock, and drop it without you, you really care about that person if you going to sit on that floor, take that picture, and have evidence that you were with someone else outside of your husband and your child for Christmas. Why would you do that? Whatever happened to no face, no case? Said, can you play music from... Well, baby, I won't be playing any music on this show. I want all $6 of my dollars. Like that to me was the damnedest thing. Like that was... She can't sit up and talk about how he moved on with another woman when you flaunted a man in his face. You flaunted that man in his face. You took money that was supposed to be in y'all household and spent it on this dude. Y'all, I'm trying to get this hair off the back of my neck. Whew. I cut my hair. I don't think y'all can tell though, but the ends feel so much better. I had to clip them ends, y'all. You don't get the ends clipped, your hair start breaking out. Said, I feel like Barty is seriously fighting postpartum and her ex-hubby is triggering her like crazy. I'm not gonna give her postpartum. And the reason why, not to say that it couldn't be possible, is if you go back through all of her social media before she even got on Love and Hip Hop, her mouth was atrocious. People are pulling up old videos of her. I don't know if y'all seen this, but I did see this that resurfaced this week. They found a video of her from her social media where she talks about faking an SA incident. Pretty much lied on a man, said that he SA'd her, and then her guy friends took her home. She said she was yelling and screaming, ran down the steps. They took her home. Her mother took her to the hospital to be checked out, and then she got scared and apologized to the guy the next day, and he ended up becoming her boyfriend, and they were together for 4 years, and he took her virginity. And I said, what the hell type of foolishness did I just listen to? First of all, what was wrong with that man that he even decided to deal with you after you told such a horrendous lie? You could have turned his whole life upside down. And the fact that she ain't scrubbed none of that from the internet. Who? Cashmere, we're talking about Cardi, baby. So for that reason alone, I'm not going to say that this could be postpartum with her because she has a very long history of crashing out and calling it jokes or I was just upset. That doesn't fly with me. I hold people to the fire when they do things like that. I said that she should have been canceled a long time ago when she admitted to dropping things in men's drinks and robbing them. No, ma'am. Yeah, that is devilish and demonic. And she was laughing the whole time. She was not apologetic. Said the fact that she was so freely talking to her live at that time about it. Yeah, she was on the live like this was a funny memory, y'all. I want y'all to understand. Like she's not saying that okay, I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I can't believe that I was that immature. Like she's not saying anything like that. She literally is telling this story like it's funny. You said yeah, it's definitely nothing to play with. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Said this is who she is. Her fans asked her for an album and she told them she's glad their mother. Oh, no, not she's glad the mother is unalived. See, she gonna mess around and say that to the wrong fan, the wrong person, and they gonna rearrange some of that damn surgery. Everybody doesn't know how to process things and walk away. Some people will bust your ass for that type of disrespect. Says Spaces is not the place to be talking the way she do with all of that. She shouldn't let her children hear her say something like that at all. That's still their father and they love their father. No matter how you feel about their father, you have to respect the fact that the father is the other half of them and those babies love their daddy. So how can you say things like that around your children and not consider their feelings or just say that period because they're going to get older. The internet never dies. They're going to see that. How do you think they're going to feel when they see stuff like this? And I mean for both of them because it's stupid. Said meanwhile people think that Carisha's ass cheeks is dying. Oh, well, here's the thing. I seen that picture that they were talking about, and it does look like necrosis under her cheeks. So I'm not going to sit here and say that there isn't something there to what they were saying. And, you know, I used to do massage therapy for people who had plastic surgery. So I don't know if y'all know this, but when you get plastic surgery, you're supposed to get massages for the first 6 months to a year, especially if you get like a BBL. The more extensive the surgery is, you should be getting massages at least, you know, once a week for about a year. If you can't do it once a week, then twice a month, because you need to be able to push out any fluids that, you know, the body hasn't drained out. So a lot of these girls body work doesn't heal properly because they don't do the aftercare. Like some of those girls who you know, they got them really hard implants or their booty look like two rocks. That all comes from not getting those massages, because you got to help to break down the scar tissue and help the body to heal. And that's what the lymphatic drainage massage does after you have body work. Says she think that brujeria is keeping her safe from atoning from her actions. Baby, that can't keep nobody from not atoning for their actions. We all pay for what we do, whether it's seen or not. I said I'm one of the folks that would bust the ass for disrespecting my deceased mom. Listen, that's why I said she got to be careful of what she's saying and who she's saying it to, because everybody is not going to just hear something like that and just walk it out. They're just not. Some people will literally rearrange your face like a Scrabble board for you know, things like that. You say you are a Jill of all trades. What haven't you done? Um, y'all, I hate folding clothes out the dryer. Everything in the house can be done. It come time to fold clothes. Oh God. I don't know what happens between washing the clothes, putting them in the dryer, and then when it's time to come back and get them out the dryer. It's something that activates soon as they get out the dryer. Like they're done. There's nothing else to do. It's like once I fold the towels, the rest of them, they just seem so hard. So I agree with that. I hate folded clothes. I don't listen. I will wash windows before I fold clothes. I don't understand why it just seems so tedious. I just no. But seriously, like the one thing that like I used to be a home nurse and I was too sensitive for it. I had to quit because I'd be crying and the hospice patients and patting me on the back and I'm like, wait, this is backwards. You ain't supposed to be comforting me. But yeah, I was way too sensitive for it. So yeah, that was definitely not my path. That was not for me. It's what else was I supposed to tap into? Hold on, I'm forgetting something. Um, Let me see if I can remember it right quick. Because it was supposed to be the last thing that I was gonna tap into tonight. I done got hungry and forgetful all at the same time, y'all. I don't know how that works, but it's like I probably need to eat because I can't think at this point. What was it? What was it? What was it? So I hate when I'm done cleaning the tub and someone takes a shower before me. Oh, okay. So I did tell the Irv story. Thank you, Ray J and Wack. Thank you. There we go. I knew it was some shenanigans, y'all. I will probably regret doing this tap in because I know it's some foolishness for sure. I know it is. I know 1000% it is. And that's why it's going to be the last one of tonight. Ray J still in Whack 100's car. Lord. Yeah, I love this deck. To all my tarot girlies, I love this deck. I caught it on sale on Amazon for like, it was under like $13. And I think regular price is 19. But this is a really sturdy deck, really thick card stock, and really vivid colors. Hold on. Before we go in this rabbit hole, because I feel like this is going to be some real foolishness, y'all. Okay. I had to put on my rabbit ears because I know this going to be some foolishness. Oh, God. Whew. What the hell is going on with Wack and Ray J? Why can't y'all act right this week? Why can't y'all act right this week? Why did Ray J steal this man's car? It's starting already, y'all. Oh, it's starting already. Yes, would you say Dumb and Dumber? Y'all, folks is having all types of money problems, places. All types of places. Money problems in entertainment, allegedly. Who in the hell money is coming in slow? Because for this to come out as the first card, was this a repossession until somebody can pay up? What the hell is going on, y'all? Deep regret, embarrassment, and shame. Said that Tronics network ain't growing fast enough. Well, who's to say it's Ray J that's broke? We got to remember we talking about two different people here. I didn't identify whose money is slow yet. So I'm going to need the garden gnome to behave for this one. Listen, the garden gnome done sparked up already. Somebody go get your glass of wine. Somebody roll up. It's about to be one of those types of damn nights. Okay, 9 of Cups, the Hermit, and the 2 of Pentacles. Now, it didn't come out, but I'm going to show this. Okay, I hope y'all can see that. Wish fulfillment after somebody went in hermit mode and was juggling. Y'all, this feel like a deck collection, like Rent-A-Center, the Hood edition. Whack, what's going on, honey? All your friends is getting indicted. Your cars is, well, at least one car is getting stolen, allegedly. Says sipping on my blueberry margarita. Now, baby, sip one for me. Because this is about to be some foolishness. This feel like, who grew up in the 90s and remember the term crackhead rentals? I'm going to wait to see y'all responses. Sanford and Son, you big dummy. Woo! Said I was about to say, I know Mrs. Sonya ain't letting Ray J go down in debt. Y'all know Miss Sonya don't play. There's one thing she gonna make sure: Brandy and Ray J bring back that check. Said Ray J's hands are so dirty. He was a Hollywood do boy. I'm more in more ways than one. Allegedly. Said crackhead Reynolds. Ain't been heard that. Said you ain't heard of that in years. Listen. If you grew up in the 90s, if you were a teenager in the 90s, you know the term very well, crackhead rentals, okay? For those of y'all who have no idea what crackhead rentals actually means, okay? Back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, you had functioning addicts who would let their D-boys borrow their cars for certain amounts of days to pay off debts when they did not have enough money to pay for their boulders. Okay? That's where the term crackhead rental comes from. And y'all got to understand, especially factory workers, there are a lot of high-level boulder smokers, okay? So those crackhead rentals actually were nice cars. No, baby, I've never been a crackhead. I've been a lush. I was great at that. First of all, Kevin, I need you to know what doing voodoo actually looks like. You sound dumb as the fuck. Y'all blame everything on voodoo and have no idea what voodoo looks like. Some of y'all go to churches where they actually are doing rituals in the church and you don't even know it's a ritual because you're not smart enough to know. You ain't seen nobody do nothing ritualistic and you just come in here and said voodoo. I'm pretty sure you pissed off the voodoo community. They know I ain't one of theirs, but I don't disrespect them either. Yeah, you said drinking blood and eating flesh. I mean, listen, let's go back over here to the crackhead rental. What's going on here? Y'all, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. This is a money issue, y'all. Hands down. This feel like somebody was slow to pay something. tell us more. So this feels like somebody tried to extend an olive branch to give somebody a second chance. Queen of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so something got exposed about an investment that or some type of business situation. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups. So y'all, this feel like everything was cool until it wasn't, because I don't know why I chose to go off into Ray J energy first, but it's like I showed you mad love. You know, I thought it was a wish fulfillment for us to deal with each other. There's a lot of feminine energy here. Queen of Swords. Now, Queen of Swords in the upright is a truth teller. Can be kind of crude with the messages and when they tell the truth. Ace of Wands, whatever possibly could have been said, got this whole thing jumping, okay? Alexander Edwards, baby, why are you here? I got questions too. Why do you do this? I'll counter that with why are you here? Yeah. Spilled somebody's tea because you got the High Priestess here. And the High Priestess represents very, very well kept secrets. Things that you possibly take to your grave. Oh, Wackton got exposed in some kind of way. Y'all, Wack ain't having a good 2025. All his friends is going to jail. He losing cars. Look like the girls is telling his business, allegedly. Said, now if the lovers pop out, I'm going to go fall out laughing. Ooh, Jesus. Baby, you could not be here to help me because you don't even know why you're here. Everybody else knows that they're here for a tarot channel. So if you can't figure out where you are, Mr. Christopher Columbus, you can't help me at all. But thanks for your viewership and support. Ooh. You got the Ten of Cups here that represents family. So he did look at Wack like he was family, or like, you know, your family and my family is family. And Knight of Wands. Y'all, this already going in a very weird place. So it looks like there was supposed to be a new business venture, because Page of Pentacles represents new business ventures, new opportunities. And whatever is going on with this business, y'all, Five of Wands is like getting this whole thing cracking. Literally, like telling somebody come outside. The Empress, not necessarily, you know, a baby mother. It can represent bringing things into fruition. Birthing a new project. And I just said they could have been working on a new business opportunity. So whatever it is, It's like Ray J, like, look, I started this, I created this, you playing with me. I really gets busy. I'm really out here. Ah, whack. Ain't you gangster? How you let Ray J punk you like this? Whoo. Now, this is where it gets interesting because this transition, okay, the death card under temperance, that's literally like the circle of life. Something has to end for something to begin. And once that ends, there can be balance through a new beginning. But there's a lot that's hidden here. And see, I want y'all to understand, like, the energy between these two is off, into something weird anyway. Because aren't they facing cases together, like RICOs or whatnot? So, I mean, it's kind of interesting if y'all got paperwork together that you still in a car from somebody you got paperwork with. It's really, really easy to catching a case with somebody you already got a case with. Yeah, what is going on in Hollywood? What's happening in LA? It's getting real weird. And I mean, LA is already a different kind of place, but this is, yeah, it's you got the Ace of Cups here, which once again represents love and abundance. A choice had to be made. And that choice had to be made because, it was going to affect the way somebody manifests. So this is definitely about business. Let me see. Wait a minute, station here not working? Hold on. I didn't even know it cut off. Oh, shoot. It reached its limit, y'all. Station head only records for a certain amount of time. So we definitely gonna end with this one. Sorry, y'all. So the energy is changing, could bring an earthquake. There's definitely going to be changes in the weather and the, how do you say this? Tectonic plates. So for those of you that don't know, it's like the tectonic plates have like a magnetism to one another. Yeah, 5 hours at a time. We exceeded the time, y'all. Yeah, 4 Cups, Judgment. Ray J, like I said, it's real easy to catch a case when you already got a case with someone, allegedly. So King of Wands represent for your actions. I know Harvey Levin is tired of this whole LA shenanigans right now. He said, yes, we got some storms coming in space. Y'all, I promise you, if you ever want to learn about astronomy, right now is the time. Because there's a lot going on in the heavens, and it aligns a lot of what's going on down here. Said the sun poles have flipped and the earthquake swarms are showing up everywhere. I guess it ain't too bad being in the Midwest where I gotta complain about snow. Yeah, it's like somebody retreated, became very defensive. It's a very weird dynamic between the both of them. I'm trying to get to the bottom of how they fell out and what's going on, but it's like both of them are very tight-lipped about whatever this is, but it looked like it's over business. It was over some kind of business venture, an investment or something in business, or some money that was supposed to be paid back to somebody. Okay,